70.
And we are live.
वो 70 minute that you have. Shachwat was telling us that he has 70,000 followers on YouTube by himself. So I was just congratulating him.
70,000 people chasing it. Yeah, I know. I did that intensely.
Where is your mic?
Right there.
Audio, see, without the audio,
What kind
nobody
of casual
can.
attitude is this, yaar?
Yeah, I won't be talking for.
No, you better be talking. Nobody can decide when they are talking and when they are not talking. So, what is the latest apart from the post-mortem of BGT? What else is happening in the world of cricket?
Champions Trophy.
Roofs are leaking.
Is it even happening? Champions Trophy in Pakistan.
Champions Trophy. Now everyone's just talking about Champions Trophy. This 15, that 15, this one should go. Players are being targeted. Tournament is under question.
No, I think once
stadium preparedness is the biggest issue today.
Sunil Gavaskar sir said once that between two test matches, when there is too much gap, it's journalists' job to sort of, come up with stories, because at the end of the day, it's our jobs. So I think it's just that because the BGT fever is over. And
So
there's
what
a
is
little
the story?
time-
BGT fever, I don't think is completely over.
No, it's
Not
sort
over
of
at
fading
all.
away now.
So, what is the story you have come up with today
That
as a journalist? If you are a journalist.
that is BGT related only, the one I have
See?
come up with. But still, I think because that's fading away now, next people are looking forward to Champions Trophy. So till then, and with Pakistan involved, how can it be smooth sailing? It has to be.
No, I believe
Fun
Mr.
drama.
Gavaskar has said something today.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has
That
said
Gulati
that.
sir.
Yeah, I've done a video on that also separately. That Virat Kohli's antics have hurt India big time in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. You should not be provoking the other team when you know that you're not in form, and that puts extra pressure on your other teammates also. That's like
Any
pretty
in
much about it.
specific, any incidents in specific?
Yeah,
The
that's
Sam Constas.
shoulder
Constas.
Constas.
Yeah, shoulder
What
bump.
does everyone think of that?
No, he also went on to say that maybe he's the one who gets pumped up with that aggression, with that negativity once you have sort of taken sort of revenge from them, or sort of you're trying to take them on, but on the other teammates it sort of reflects. But my only thing over here is like Sunil Gavaskar sir is a legend himself, and there's no doubting him. But like as a commentator, I very honestly I did not hear anything on these lines for whole of the month. This was an incident that happened quite before. It's been quite a while. He definitely came out and talked about it. He said that it was not the right thing to do, but not in such harsh terms. So I just feel when for players you can go so that extra mile that you've been talked about so much, and that was also correct. I'm not saying that wasn't correct. Then I think the yardstick should be the same for everyone.
No, as in what yardstick?
As in, like if he's come out and written in such harsh words, it should have been the same way when he was on commentary as well.
No, but see, a lot of times I'll tell you, and I know that I've worked with Mr. Gavaskar for a very long time. Quite often, like say, I give an example, like for selection, it's happened that so many times I've interviewed him before a selection of any trophy, and he's been critical or in favor or whatever. But once the selection is done, then he chooses not to do it. He's saying that now no point me saying this one should be picked or that one should not be picked, because now the team is selected. Now it's our
Now
job
you
to
back the
just
guys.
back
I
the
remember,
team.
yeah, this is
so
exactly
back.
what he
So
Yeah.
that I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong, but I'm just telling you his mindset. So if you are saying that if he has been critical of certain things, and it's again we're not debating whether he's right or wrong, but you feel that if he was critical now, he could have been critical when that thing was happening. Sometime maybe when the series is happening.
It's come out critically on paper. It's not like he still said it. It's something that has come out, and it's not going to get that much attention as well, because even doing the it's not doing so.
What do you mean it will not get attention? If it's on print, it will get a lot of
No,
attention.
it's on print, but again,
We are talking about it, aren't we?
But yeah, we are talking about it now. But I think it's not something that has come out today. This was an article written yesterday.
Same thing.
It still
Yes.
it still takes time. Sort of. I don't know the kind of attention things that you speak on gets as a former player. I don't think that's the same amount of attention when you write. I'm saying you get that attention, but marginally lesser than compared
No,
to.
I don't
think so.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
You're
think
saying
so.
if he had said it in commentary, more attention and
Yeah.
writing. No, in fact, to the contrary, I feel sometimes what is written in column gets more attention.
Exactly.
To the point of him making those comments. Why not? Because as I said, sometime while the series is on, you don't want to put unnecessary pressure on the team, and once it's done, that's when you can actually sit back and reflect as to what has happened. Anyway, the merit of whether he wrote it that or now is a different thing. I want to know whether there's merit in what he's written. He says, as Siddharth is pointing out, that those aggressive antics of him has done more harm to India than good. And maybe it may work for him, but it has taken the focus away from the other players. What do you have to say on that?
I don't quite agree with him because if I've seen this Indian team change, and let's not forget one thing, many of the players that played this time as well in the BGT have been modelled around the Virat Kohli system. Many of these players, barring a few, and the Virat Kohli model or the Virat Kohli system was about being aggressive, was about taking the aggression to the opposition. It started very well in Australia in 2015, and every time that the Indian team has toured over there, it is, it's become the character of this team now that it likes aggression. It can very well soak in the aggression coming from the opposition, but it likes giving an equal treatment to the oppositioners, which is why what you saw from Siraj was a byproduct of that mentality only. I'm talking about what happened in Adelaide. So is the Indian team not okay with such antics? There is more than Virat Kohli is what I'm trying to say. When a Yashasvi or a Rishabh also says, "Kyun kontas, ball nahi lag rahi," that also, it may not be something physical about it, but it is part of the same ethos. It is part of the same character. So I don't think that the Indian team now is under pressure because of what Virat's antics with the crowd is, or what his on-field antics are after a wicket falls. I don't think it has anything. I think rather it emboldens the Indian team now. The Indian team likes it, and it has taken to Virat Kohli's aggression as its own aggression. That's what I feel.
Copy paste to what he said, and also I think this is exactly what we liked about
He
Virat
agrees
Kohli.
with you today. Harshit.
It's
a rare day.
Rare day, yeah.
What Virat Kohli does, I think we like it the most, and we've been really proud of the fact why Virat Kohli is loved so much around the country, more than I think, of course, the kind of batting he does, but a very big reason for why him being even more liked by others despite being at par with a few, even if he's at par with few more batters, is the kind of personality he gets into the game, and that's what India likes. And I think that is also sort of the mentality moving ahead our country as a whole has. So when we liked it at that point, now because the performances aren't coming, I would not want to sort of distract myself by saying that it is because that he was doing all of this that his performances haven't come.
No, so I have a counter question before Siddharth answers, and then I'll share my opinion as well. But the counter question is that I think what Mr. Gavaskar is trying to get to is that when you're winning, when the runs are coming and all of that is happening, which was the case most of the time, you can do this. But when things aren't going your way, specifically individually with the bat, or things are not really rosy, are you then wasting your energy and your focus on something that very well could get you back to the basics, which is to get runs, and then add on, and those are the next layers, right? Aggression, motivation, firing yourself up. Those are other layers. Do you reckon that probably the timing of it is what he's talking about?
I think just a counter thing to this is that if he would not have been doing this, I think questions on him would have been even more. Then we would have questioned him that is he even in the right mindset to play Test cricket or not. We would have been questioning this, that he doesn't look the same Virat and he's sort of fading away from Test cricket. So I feel that if he would not have been doing that, it would have been a bigger problem.
So we would have said basically, oh, he's not interested. He's lost interest in the game.
It's not the same Virat Kohli. Shoulders have dropped. Body language has changed. It becomes easy for you to say that.
No, but the point that he's making is not so much about Virat. He's saying for Virat it may work, but it has worked as a distraction for others.
But for so long it has worked as a positive for others as well. Seeing the players coming ahead now, Indians in general, I think all across every sport now are very vocal and upfront and are not scared of the opposition. I think the person who started this mentality as an Indian sports person was Virat Kohli. So
in fact, sorry, Gurati, I know we will come to you, but not even Adelaide. It started from the first Test match when Yashasvi Jaiswal told Stark that you're slow. all of this is around the Virat Kohli antics model. Is the way
No,
I
it's
look at
actually Stark who started it, saying that be careful. I'll also have
Yeah.
when he was batting.
Yeah. I'm just saying, the whole thing of giving it back or being the one to stoke a bit of stoke some fire also into nothingness. It comes from the Indian team now, and I don't think they have a problem really. I think everyone on the field, no matter what was said on the outside, all the other 10 players barring Virat Kohli would have had absolutely no problem, regardless of Qantas's age, as to what Virat was doing over there.
See, in case of Virat, obviously aggression works for him. It comes very naturally to him for that matter. But did it really, hurt Team India in the Border Gavaskar Trophy? I'm not really sure the kind of controversies that he was involved in, whether it was the sandpaper thing with the Australian crowd or the Sam Constas shoulder bump for that matter. I'm not really sure. I don't think that, I agree with Sunny J here. But I think it did, but there's an exception here for that matter. I think that it did make a certain Mohammad Siraj act out in the 5 Test series. I don't think that Siraj was being aggressive in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. He was being overly aggressive. He was just trying to, maybe rile the Australian batters up. Like he was trying to maybe overact for that matter. Not in a bad way, I'm saying it. It's just that,
pushing it.
yeah, he was just
But I don't
pushing
think it's
it,
Virat's fault in that.
No, but that's what he's trying to say. Sometimes it rubs
Sometimes
off.
it can, rub, yes.
But
exactly.
my point is this. As far as I can remember, I think Siraj has always been like that.
But
I
with
don't
the
know
fact
whether
that he played
not-
under
not
Virat's
much like
captaincy
this.
in Bangalore, it is being looked at that, as a young bowler, he was given the platform at the franchise level, then at the India level as well. It all happened around Virat. So he helped him, become the bowler that he is and help him channelize that aggression and show him how it's done, possibly.
The Indian fast bowlers, the aggression that started in Indian fast bowlers was the root cause of that was Virat's aggression. That rubbed off over there as well. So I don't see that reason being
Also, I think everyone was doing it. See, again, you're talking about Siraj. How is it that did it rub off on a Yashasvi Jaiswal also? I don't think so, because I think Yashasvi started it even before Virat got aggressive in this series. Did it rub off on a Jasprit Bumrah? I mean, Jasprit is the most calmest guy. Even he got worked up against Constas. I will actually think that Virat wasn't out of line, because earlier I also criticized the fact that he had shoulder bumped him, because physical contact should not happen in cricket. And just for purely that reason, which I still believe, physical contact should not happen. It's not a physical sport. It's not boxing, it's not wrestling. So that shouldn't have happened. Having said that, I think we did not know what kind of a guy Constas was. And I think over the 2 test matches, I kind of figured why that guy was. If somebody can irk a Buddha like Jasprit Bumrah, then there has to be something really wrong with a guy. Honestly, I mean, Jasprit Bumrah does not lose his cool no matter what. This is the same Jasprit Bumrah that got a barrage of short pitch bowling from England. They were literally hitting him on purpose in that Lord's game where he and Shami got runs. I remember how aggressive, but he didn't lose his cool. He kept his calm. So here is a Buddha-like guy like Jasprit Bumrah. Even he lost his thing with Constas, and I have now realized there are so many things that Constas kept saying to the Indian team which made them go like that. Virat also, with so much of experience, isn't a fool that he will go all the way to shoulder push a 19-year-old. He only did that once he realized what a pesky little person he was on the pitch. What an irritant he was. And it's not that others don't sled. Stark was doing it, others were doing it.
early days for Constas.
But you don't know what.
It
does not matter if you can irritate somebody right from the word go. My point is, Virat Kohli has been in even tougher situation. He has been in more heated situations. Yet he never, went and did a physical act like that. So this guy has had to, that's what I thought, this guy would have gone on to do certain things which has pushed him to that, which is why I give you an example. The entire Indian team, even a KL Rahul, who's again very Buddha-like calm, even he was pumped up. Even a Jasprit Bumrah, by the end of it, in 2 test matches. So clearly, of course, the patient level of a Virat would have been less than a Bumrah and KL, and it took them 2 test matches to reach there. He reached there earlier. But that, as you say in Hindi, doodh mein dhula to nahi tha. He was doing a lot of things. which irritated them. So it reached that level. And on the subject of whether overall it hampered the Indian team, I still feel that, once the Indian team loses, we look for reasons why they did not. The fact of the matter is, India were just not good enough. India were not good enough with the bat. India were poor with their team selection. India did not get the kind of backup that a Bumrah needed. Those are the reasons that India have lost.
But even remotely, do you see Virat's antics?
No,
Being
I don't think so. Because Virat has had these antics in the past. He is continuing. I do not see that as a reason. See, what I'm saying is that this is and especially in our culture, this is a very thin line. See, in Australia, if you're a bit arrogant and a bit bossy on the field, people take it with that. Okay, they win or lose, they will accept you for being this. In India, it is a very thin line. If you are arrogant in any profession, and I'm not just talking about cricket, if you're arrogant, a bit boorish, in your behavior, in any profession you do, till such time you're doing everything right, that will be tolerated. As soon as you make a blunder, that behavior of yours will not help you. On the other hand, you're a very nice, well-spoken, follow the docile sort of a guy. If you falter, probably the world around you would be kinder to you.
Yeah.
But if you are gonna walk with a chip on your shoulder in any walk of life, then people are waiting for you to falter. Because when you do, hell's gonna break loose. So I think it's pretty much that. And once India did not do well, now we are highlighting all that. This is the same attitude which we were saluting now all this while. We used to salute this attitude that you're finally giving it back. You didn't win, now it tends to look okay. Yeah.
All the series wins, etc., that you've had has come because of that in a way. Because see, it reflects in everything. It reflects in your bowling, then it reflects in your body language, how you're fielding. It fires you up at times. That's what aggression can do.
Yeah.
So you've had success. We've gloated of all that success over the last few years now. So if you're nitpicking as well, maybe cricketing reasons are to be nitpicked and not non-cricketing reasons for India's failure.
Anyway, Champions Trophy is what we are discussing. That tournament that starts for India on the 19th?
20th.
20th, Bangladesh.
It is supposed to start, but is it starting on the 19th? Is it?
It is starting
Is
on
it
the...
even happening in Pakistan?
That is the big story of the day, which is being reported all across, but we've also done a detailed video on that. I think there are reasonable doubts about preparation of Pakistan. The stadiums aren't ready. Gaddafi is not ready, and National Stadium in Karachi is not ready. Gaddafi is the worst of. Rawalpindi is the best of so far. But all three are not 100% ready, and they're behind schedule. But I don't think we have reached a stage where ICC is thinking of moving it out. We're only reporting facts. An ICC team is traveling to Pakistan, but that's a normal procedure. They do travel to Pakistan all the time to assess the situation. But I don't think it's reached a situation where anyone is thinking of moving Champions Trophy out of Pakistan at the moment. So,
and in a way, PCB have also made a statement also. So there is a tri-series that will take place shortly, before the Champions Trophy between Pakistan, New Zealand and South Africa. Earlier it was scheduled to take place in Multan, but now it's going to take place in Lahore and Karachi because they want to send out a statement that we are ready. It's going to be just a 4-match series.
See, what will happen if I was to hazard a guess? As I said, they are not moving it out. It's a typical thing that happens in the subcontinent. It's like Indian shadi, where till on the eve of the shadi, everything is chaotic. Everyone is running helter-skelter. This has not been arranged. But come the wedding evening, somehow or the other, magically, everything falls into place.
Looks more of a Punjabi shadi.
Yeah, exactly. But you know how typically last moment. So we are the last moment sort of a subcontinent.
So in Lahore, Karachi, since the two venues are struggling, Shamiana has reached.
They won't have Shamiana now. Those remember earlier matches used to have Shamianas. Now they've got newer stands, but it's taking time. I think 31st December was their deadline where they had to finish it. But in India, wherever,
25th Jan.
like flyovers in our country, which like deadline is 31st Jan 2020, then you assume that it will be 31st Jan 2022 or something reasonably. They don't have the luxury of 2 years, 3 years buffer, but I think they will be ready by the time. There's still about 5 weeks to go, and typically before
Though it's
the
election time and Mr. Kejriwal might not like us saying this.
no, but this is because it's
Yeah.
Pakistan. It's just a reference to India.
Yeah.
But in
But yeah,
Pakistan
it runs the same way over there as well. We know, and it's not the first time that they're
and
running
since he said
behind.
Punjabi shadi is the Pakistani shadi is also Punjabi
Punjabi
shadi.
shadi.
So
True. So they've been running behind skate for a while. It's not actually the first time this story is broken out. There were concerns, I remember, because we did that story on Sports Today as well. Couple of months back as well, there was an inspection team that had gone, and then this January deadline was set for them, or this next inspection round was set for them. They're now going, and now these videos have started to emerge. It's not surprising because it has happened at times in India as well. I remember there were reports about Lucknow as well when we were all
Yes.
preparing for the World Cup. Dharamshala also
You
came
played there
under-
when it was not even prepared, Dharamshala.
Even Pakistan's home test matches against England were also shifted.
Yeah.
In October
Yeah,
2024.
we had a venue get shifted in the midst of the series.
yeah,
Let's not
Test
forget
match.
that. It had to happen
Indore.
in Dharamshala.
yeah.
Aussies were unhappy. So let's let's
There could have been other reasons for shifting that, not necessarily preparedness.
yeah.
Somebody would have put
You
water.
watered the pitch.
Yeah.
came back to bite India.
Didn't allow them to practice only after that.
But at the end, the series happened. India won the series. This time as well, the tournament will happen. Whether India wins or not is something I will stop short of saying. But I hope they do.
We will know. We have to make the team for that, and that's why everyone's here this evening. We'll try and make our 15. It's going to be a tough task. Let me first put that out. It's not going to be easy for multiple reasons. One, your test form has been running dry, so that will have an impact. At least, psychologically, when you're selecting the team, a lot of those players come into contention now. So that's one major issue. Secondly, you've not played any ODI cricket the last 12 odd months. In fact, last full calendar year, you just played 3 ODIs. So that's another big issue that you had. Only 3 ODIs were played in that much time. So this is a format you've not been playing. Third, your last ODI series that you played, you lost to Sri Lanka. So that's not gone well. And there's been a bit of a gap. So I hope, there's a clear mindset when you're picking the ODI team and you're not confusing with Test or T20s, which you played a lot of. And you became champions of the world as well. Will that have an impact in your ODI selection? We'll talk about that. We'll try and pick our 15 now. And as is a drill, if you are a regular watcher of Sports Day, you know that the 15 that we pick is our choice 15. It's not the team that we think will be selected. A lot of times we know what the team will be picked and we know who the selectors are most likely to go with. But we still give a free hand for anyone to pick anyone that they feel like. Like say if I want to pick Sai Kishore, I have the full freedom of picking Sai Kishore. You can't question
Selected
it. I
from
know
the-
that selectors will not, but I'm
Selected
giving
from the
example.
North Zone.
Ha, you want to be from North Zone? You want to be Central Zone?
I'll be South.
South.
South representative isn't here
Okay,
today.
it's from the South
We
Zone.
spoke about
We are going to be one shot anyway.
Yeah. Saraj can be.
Ha,
West.
you'll take West.
Why West?
Okay.
West?
I'll take East then.
Okay.
And Center is a combined thing only.
Yeah.
I remembered of Sharandeep Singh, North Zone selector.
Ha, he was.
He was.
Now it's Ajay Ratra.
That's right.
He's Ajit Agarkar.
Big man.
Okay, let's get
Selectors,
down
by
to
the way, meeting this Sunday, I believe.
Yes, most likely. Most likely. So there will be also selectors are going to be meeting. I think on the sidelines of the Vijay Hazare Trophy that is happening.
Tomorrow, I think they're meeting the first time, all 5
Yes.
selectors.
So that's
Hectic
where
parlays ahead.
yes, that's where they will be discussing as to what needs to happen. Of course, Ajit Agarkar, remember, was down under, so he's going to update the rest of the selection panel as to what he saw there and apprise them of the
Or didn't see.
ground. No, you saw everything. What he wanted to see and what he didn't
Are
want
they
to see.
going
are
to
two
talk
different
about
things.
what? No, I don't think.
No, not that. See, but the selectors will have to be apprised of. Now, there's one representative there as to what happens. Everyone needs to know about it. Plus, there will also be the review meeting, which is to be happening over the weekend. So,
Yeah, Sunday.
yeah. So, you
Between
will
all
have
of
to-
this, they'll make the Champions Trophy squad as
Between
well.
all of that, they'll make it. So hectic time ahead. You've had your holiday season is over. Christmas, New Year's done. Now get
Back to
down to
business.
business. Get down to business as we have. See, that is the beauty about Indian cricket. You can lose a series, but you don't have time to mull over it or cry over spilt milk much. Next thing is there. You have
Next
things
assignment.
you have to look forward to, like we are. We've done enough of postmortems of BGT. Let's start with our teams. Should we write, as we always do, certain names
Yeah, absolutely.
that should be there? So I'm going to start with one name, which if any one of you have a doubt, please raise your hand or then forever hold your silence. Captain Rohit Sharma.
+1.
+2.
3.
4. So nobody has raised any doubts on Captain Rohit Sharma. Remember, these are your 15.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to make whatever changes. So all of us have a full 100% vote of confidence in Captain Rohit Sharma. Since we all think that white ball form should not be mixed with red ball form, and he still remains a leader of a team. His leadership skills may have come under scrutiny in test match, and his batting skills may have come under scrutiny in test matches. But the panel is unanimous in the decision of having Rohit Sharma as a batter and a captain, both.
Even Shubman Gill?
No, wait.
No, for the second name, that's a surety.
I'm not sure.
No, in the 15th, though, definitely.
I'm not sure yet. So I'm only getting names which are 100%
Let's go with
sure.
sureties first.
Yes, exactly.
Virat.
He's, again, this
Acha, okay. Now he's said
the
Virat.
exuberance of youth. They want to get ahead of they do not want to follow the process. MS Dhoni used to say again and again, follow the process. One by one we will get to everything. Follow the process. The next name should be that of Virat Kohli. Does anyone have any doubts?
No.
Speak now, forever hold your silence. Nobody. So at number 3,
Shashwat?
No,
are you sure?
This can be number 2 also. We are not selecting an 11.
No, put it 3.
Yeah.
Looks nice, na? Huh? Shashwat, are you sure?
Yeah. Why will I have a problem?
I don't know. I'm asking.
No.
So, okay, give us a reason why you are so sure Virat is
Virat has to be there. From last World Cup, I'm just keeping in mind the last World Cup that Virat played and white ball. I think Virat is made for ODI cricket. I think he has got the template, he's got the game, he's got the mindset, he's got the patience. He knows how to pace it in a ODI.
Yesterday
game.
you were saying incoming delivery and all that.
That is only if your openers get out early, na?
So Rohit also you raised doubts. But today you are not raising any doubts. You are 100% confident.
ODI again, I think both of them.
But one thing is for sure that Virat is heading into Champions Trophy with not one but 2 problems. One, his issues against spin, and 2, obviously poking his bat outside off stump.
But can I
So
tell
you
you?
are saying issues against fast bowlers and spinners.
Yeah.
What is mystery spinners?
No, but can I?
Medium pacers.
No, I think that's where we have to make a distinction. I think Virat in white ball against those same fast bowlers, he's the same delivery outside off. He's going to hit through the line, get a lot of runs. Because as you know, white ball doesn't do as much as the
Even
red
if
ball.
he gets an edge, you're not having so many slips anyways in ODI cricket. Genuinely. Even I'm saying
This savagery
even if-
he's come up with
I
today.
don't think
Even
he'll.
if-
I see my point.
I actually don't see him nicking it.
even I don't
that
see
way.
him
I
nicking
don't
it. I'm
see him
saying
nicking
even if by chance he nicks it.
But he will not have those many nicks. See that the issue,
But spinners,
technical issues. See even for Rohit that way, technical issues only crept up in red ball. That's why it's a different beast altogether. In white ball, where majority of the time you're hitting through the ball and the ball stops doing so much pretty early on. I think both Virat and Rohit are going to be beasts. They'll hit through the lines. See again for Virat, what was? I mean, technically, which has been explained many times, your bat is a bit away from your body. Typical. These are simple things. You don't need to be a rocket scientist, and that's why he was edging. Here, you don't have to follow those, the simple things as foot in the line of the ball, no gap between bat and bat. Those things don't happen in white ball cricket. You see the ball, you hit through the line, and I think he will.
Pakistan pitches will do assist him, I think. Sorry,
not
Dubai.
playing
pitches. He's not traveling to
Yeah, anywhere. To be fair, anywhere in white ball cricket, I think he'll.
No, but spinners too is a problem in
No,
white ball
but he
cricket.
kind of no. That was also happening in red ball cricket here.
No, white ball cricket, he doesn't have a great record against leggies and or left arm.
He does not, but then he also has scored a lot of runs in white ball cricket in the recent past as well,
Yeah.
with spinners bowling. So, I think he can.
In Dubai?
Like that.
Dubai also. Dubai is where he broke that in a T20 game, broke that duck of that 100, the 70th, which wasn't coming for so long. There he hammered runs after
He
Asia
also
Cup.
broke the
So please.
2020 World Cup dream also. It broke there only, na? He didn't break it, but it got and broke there. It broke there only.
21.
21.
Yeah, it was 2020
There also, in the game versus Pakistan, he was your highest run getter. If everyone else is sleeping, what can he do alone? So I think white ball, no issue. Don't say all our problem and only mystery spinners he'll score.
Somewhere always has something to say which he just deserves.
Heart of heart, he doesn't want Virat. He's just saying it.
No,
Because he said I want Virat and he's
body
given some
language
10,
just doesn't go with what he says.
10 reasons why he
No,
should
no,
not.
no.
Anyway,
Virat,
okay,
why
we'll go
would
with...
I needed a bit of a...
Because you said he should be there and then you are saying he
I'm
cannot
just-
bat against...
no,
He's
we
there
were
casting
talking-
all these aspersions.
No, such problems are with Rohit Sharma as well.
But we know.
Not see
Your
incoming,
team, you're free to make
Yeah.
any
no,
team.
incoming delivery issue with Rohit Sharma, and then spinners isn't that big an issue. Incoming deliveries. So that's most likely to begin with. But in Dubai, I'm not expecting too much.
Opposition will stop fielding players only like that. Okay, all of them have a problem. It's called Jasprit Bumrah.
Okay, we've got Virat Kohli, that is confirmed. I'm going to put Jasprit Bumrah's name right now
Same.
because we do not know his fitness status. So assuming he's fit,
Yeah.
so we're going to put a Jasprit Bumrah. You can put him at 11 just for
10.
now. Put him for
it's fine.
it's
11
fine.
is fine,
10, 11, wherever you want. 10 is fine. Okay, put him at 10.
Also, should there be a bracket in front of his name?
No, not now. See, again, we are assuming the latest on that is, see, again, we don't have clarity. I will go by what Prasidh Krishna said because that's the only official version that came and he said back spasm. If it's back spasm, then he's playing.
No, I'm saying, so asterisk would have been the fitness thing, but is he the vice captain of this side?
No, that we'll get to later. But just talking about his fitness, if it is back spasms as was being told to us, then I think he's playing. But there are also certain reports that suggested it could be a stress fracture. And remember, it was a stress fracture which put him out for a period of more than a year. Correct. That was a lower back stress fracture that he had, which put him out. I don't think it'll be a lower back stress fracture if it is, because usually after surgery and all, that thing is, done. It could be, back stress fracture, not the lower back, which again could put him out. If that is the case, then you're looking at anywhere between 3 to 6 months or something like that. That can minimum. As you said, it's happened for over a year. We don't know the exact nature of the injury so far. So we'll wait on that. As of now, it's an assumption that it is back spasm because that was the official version. Back spasm, he should be fit in time. Of course, he'll rest through the England series, fit in time for the Champions Trophy. So we've got him another no-brainer of a selection. Now, everyone else, while, in our minds, I think I can think of another 5-6 players that are going to be there 100%. But I think each of them should be debated. That is why I have not put them in there.
Fine.
Each of them. Some of them are his favorite. Some of them could be his favorite. Some of them could be my favorite. They would be there. But I've still not put them because at least let's have a agreement, disagreement.
So are we
on
making
that.
an 11 first and then
No, just put 15.
No
Just
particular
put
order.
15.
But
But
let's
we'll
try
just
doing
put it in
batters
11,
first,
it will
whatever.
help.
As is the
No,
thing,
not batters. We'll try and put it in an 11 format. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but in the 11 format, so you'll have an idea, right? So let's start with your second opener. We can have 3 openers, by the way, typically in the squad. But let's say your first choice opener.
Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Despite the fact that Shubman Gill has been the
200%.
Shubman Gill has been the regular ODI opener.
I was just seeing the 15 that I had made. Don't skip any name.
Yashasvi.
I'd
Yeah, go ahead. Just trying to recall, I think it was Yashasvi in the series against Sri Lanka.
No, I think it was Shubman
Yashasvi
Gill.
is yet to make his ODI debut.
He was Shubman Gill. That's what my
Gill,
point is.
But
Yashasvi
Yashasvi for
has
me.
not made his ODI debut.
Yashasvi for me.
Shubman was your.
Oh, he
thing.
played the...
Can we see Shubman's numbers?
no, I don't have his exact
No,
number.
we have it for you, Shashwat. I'm not asking you. I'm providing you, sir, with what you want. So there are Shubman's numbers. He has played about 32 matches since 2023, January of 2023. 32 innings in ODI cricket. That's a lot. And he averages a mighty 58. 58 and a strike rate of 102 in ODI cricket is...
Can I also
pretty
add
decent.
that from the filter that we're looking at from that point, he is India's highest run scorer also.
Yeah, and overall, his overall career average is 58 in ODIs and his from 2023 onwards to now, we've not taken 24 because you only played 3 ODIs, so we needed some sort of sample size. He's played 32 ODIs in the last 2 years, yeah, and he's got an average of 58 at a strike rate of 102. Those are impressive numbers. So you're still going with a Yashasvi to start.
It gives me left hand, right hand as well. It's a combination that's worked in albeit other formats. But I don't see Yashasvi being a problem for India in ODIs. I think one thing that goes against Shubman Gill is the lack of form, and you will continue to confuse that with not just Gill, with other players as well, and it will happen as per convenience, who you want to take, who you don't want to take. In Shubman's case, I think it goes against him, his recent form, albeit in another format altogether. But I think that recency bias will come in, and I will not be surprised to see Yashasvi play ahead of Shubman Gill.
It was a very tough call for me. Very honestly, the toughest call I think ever that I have had to make. Otherwise, somewhat deep down, I know who to pick. But
Shashwat, you won't cry, na?
No. This was a very tough, very tough call, because just seeing the fascination Indian cricket has with a left-right combination, Jaiswal plus Jaiswal, the kind of form he is in at this point, he's having a dream run. He doesn't deserve to sit out. But in between all of this, Shubman Gill, he was firstly a vice captain previously against Sri Lanka. Shubman Gill and Rohit Sharma, I think they complement each other very nicely. Because Rohit Sharma is somebody, because of a Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma can play that aggressor's role. Rohit Sharma can go out and sort of, take the bowlers for cleaner so that the Indian team gets that start, because he knows that there's a Shubman Gill on the other end who will sort of take his time, grind it out and score the big runs that the Indian team would need in an ODI. At the end of the day, it's an ODI game and you need big runs as well from the bat of people. Plus Shubman Gill, the kind of average he has, both of them in the last 25 ODIs together have an average of close to 77, Rohit and Shubman Gill. And that's why that just sort of assured me more that both of them complement each other really nicely. You might have a problem of not having any lefty moving ahead, but Yashasvi Jaiswal, I know that he has a great future in the times to come in ODI cricket, because after Rohit, it's going to be him and Gill who are going to open anyways. But right now, I don't know how is he going to pace his innings in ODI cricket, and because I haven't seen that and I have a Gill on the other end, I would still stick to
Just a very small thing to add, because this was said by Rohit Sharma.
Gill for him at least.
He dropped himself because he said you can't have so many out of form players while you will be making the 11. I think this is something that's going to ride on your mind again. And the one batter you will have who got runs is Yashasvi, not Shubman Gill.
No, but different formats.
formats.
You are saying that Rohit will have that doubt whether he should drop himself?
Not himself, but again, it will happen. As far as inclusion and exclusion of some players are concerned, you will look at some players who have some sort of form, right?
See,
and if you're looking at making an 11 that has players in some sort of form, maybe in another format altogether, you will try to include them.
See, I think you will have a straight shootout possibly between them during this T20I series as well. I know different format, but I think they will both fit in there. And you will probably see their form. Though I'm not saying it's a like for like, because as you know, let me give you an example of a Virat. Virat in T20 and Virat in ODI, completely different beast, right? So I don't think it's fair to compare even white ball formats. So while T20, example, hypothetically, maybe Jaiswal might have a bigger impact from a Gill, but that still doesn't mean that Gill may not be the guy to go with in ODI. If you ask me, I am going with Gill because I don't think he's done anything wrong. And if we are extending the same courtesy of differentiating the format for both Rohit and Virat, even though they are players of much higher stature than Gill, I agree. But by similar logic, Gill has been your regular ODI batter and he's done no wrong in ODI cricket for him to go out right now. And let's not forget, in test also, at home condition and subcontinent condition, he's been a beast at that. He is matching to Yashasvi Jaiswal even in test cricket. So he's there. That's not to say that I will not have Yashasvi in my team.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I'm
We'll get to
reserving my
that.
thoughts
See,
on
why
Gill.
I'm not saying that now, because there are a lot of batters we'll have to fit. So
I think couldn't the shootout be even in the ODI series if the reports are to be believed and there is no Rohit Sharma in the ODI
no, then
series?
it can be. But I don't want that to happen because we've discussed it earlier. I want Rohit and Virat to be playing the ODI series.
Let's
You
just,
can't straight go to Champions Trophy and turn the switch on.
Correct. Let's
No.
just be, I think, make one thing clear, that by 12th of January you have to finalize your squad. And
Provisional.
Provisional squad, and until February
they don't
13th,
make
you can
any
make any
changes.
changes.
Yeah, but as you've seen in the past, they don't make any changes. Those changes are only made if some injury happens.
Injury forced.
So it's pretty much
Why
the
do we
provisional
need-
squad is giving you a clear-cut idea of what you're thinking, where you want to go, what the
True.
captain wants, what the coach wants, what the chairman and selector wants. You know that. Yeah, some major injury, something you make a change. That's all. Or you could even include a Bumrah now and still wait on, and last moment if he's not fit, remove him. Those things will happen.
Correct.
Pretty much squad will be done. So for me, it is Gill as my first choice opener, even though it's a right hand. I'm not too obsessed with right hand, left hand.
And
Gulati.
so is for me, Shubman Gill. I think it's simple. Don't fix something that's not broken. He has done very well. He has been India's best batter in the last 1.5 years or so. And I think his performances were right up to the mark. And that's why he replaced Shikhar Dhawan in the ODI World Cup year. And he's continued that form. So for me, Gill stays.
Okay. So can we show viewers up until now, if you could show it via full screen, so they have an idea of how the teams are shaping up at the moment. This is pretty much what we've gone with. It's barring that one change of Jaiswal, but all Jaiswal might fit into a rest of our team as well. Now we get to the middle order, and the name that comes to my mind out of few, there is KL Rahul, there is a Shreyas Iyer. In your first choice 11, I'm talking about players that were playing the last time you were playing ODI cricket.
Rishabh Pant.
There is a Rishabh Pant that I'm keeping for a few steps lower, because there will be a wicket-keeper batter slot debate.
I think that debate, I think over there,
There
it's
is
going
also
to be
Surya Kumar Yadav, who didn't play the last
Correct.
series
There
but
is.
played the World Cup.
There is. So let's get. Okay, I'll touch one name, and then all of us say it's not necessarily in a batting order. I'll touch on one name. You say whether he makes it to your 15 or not. The name is KL Rahul now.
He does.
Makes it.
he does.
Any reason?
No doubt at all.
And
Any reason why he makes it?
Yeah, makes it. Why so
Gulati wanna
unanimous?
begin?
Yeah, I think same as Shubman Gill, his ODI form has been very, very good for that matter. He's gotten those hundreds also. Was one of India's standout batters in the 2023
Second highest
ODI
run
World Cup.
scorer. We checked
Absolutely. And yes, finally, I think gotten a fixed position in the ODI 11. For me, I think I'll just say one more thing. So KL Rahul not just starts for me, but he's going to be my keeper for the Champions Trophy.
Ooh.
First choice keeper.
Yeah, for me as well. For me as well.
We'll
he's
get
going
to. We'll get to that.
I think for me as well, he's going to be the wicket keeper. The kind of form he has been there.
Just to let everyone know, from 2023 onwards, Jan 23, last 2 years, he's had 26 innings. He's got 1,000+ runs at an average of 60 and strike rate of 87. In ODI cricket,
You take that.
It's a mixed bag. I think it's at an average level. It's not.
But you take it.
very
Again,
good,
with
it's
that
not
average,
very
you
bad.
take it, I think.
Yeah, with that average, I'll take that. Yeah, with that average. I mean,
Again,
anything
people
over 90.
will come and maybe,
So this is touching
the
90.
nines are going to be out for us as well, because people are going to be reminded of how his knock was on the wretched date of the 19th.
No, but then that though is
yeah,
for
but
everyone.
you need to, again,
Everyone.
Yeah,
That
but-
wretched day, everyone was wretched.
I think if we talk about the Australia game, the tournament opener,
yeah, we discussed that yesterday.
calculated
You
game,
won't have won the first game,
No,
and
but-
a couple of others. There was no KL Rahul.
Absolutely.
For me, he'll be at number and like I think his straight shootout is going to be with Rishabh Pant. And anyways, I think according to me, it's going to be KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, Sanju Samson. Either of the two make it to the 15. It's like that. That's
Put
how
him at four only, Saran, so we can go in order. Again, there's no issue with batting order. This is pretty much the position that he had got in the ODI World Cup as well. By the way, the one name I forgot, which was going to be unanimous, which all of us would have agreed on when we were doing the unanimous, is that of Hardik Pandya. So
I think there is one more name apart from Hardik Pandya.
okay, let's get that. So let's say number 6. I'm just putting Hardik for now at number
perfect,
6.
Perfect.
Actually, there are two more, I feel, but we'll go along.
In bowling, yes, I
Yeah.
know that. I know
think
that.
in, maybe after Hardik Pandya, one name that comes to my mind is
In your 100% 11.
yeah, Kuldeep Yadav.
Again, bowlers, but
Yes, but you know why there could be a debate in the 11. Kuldeep makes it. While I'll tell you, because now you're going with that all-rounder fixation as well. So there's a Washington Sundar. I'm just they're going to be bowlers that you might look at. There is a Ravindra Jadeja. Let's not forget.
there's an Akshar Patel.
There is an Akshar Patel.
Who batted at 4
so
also in the previous series that
so
you played.
there could be a situation, which is why I'm not 100% guaranteed of Kuldeep. He may come in my 15, but if I'm making my batting order as India has been making their batting order, where you now know that even in Test cricket they are fixated with a long batting
Till
order,
9.
it might happen here as well. So I'm not really sure with Kuldeep in the 11 right now. That's why I'm not.
But in the
put his
15,
name.
it's safe to say he'll be there.
Could be. So we'll get to the 15 later, but let's finish with the 11. So Hardik Pandya is that other name that I don't think any one of us is going to have an issue, right? At number 5 now for the 11.
I'll go with Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer is supposed to be my number 4, but I'm fine with having him at number 5
Yeah,
also.
it's not hard and fast. Just the list.
I think you can't really ignore his previous form. He's done well in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, Vijay Hazare Trophy for that matter. He's doing well. Even in Ranji Trophy also, he's got those crucial runs. So I think it's difficult to keep that form out of discussion. And even his recent ODI from 1st January 2023 has been very good. So I think for me, he makes the cut.
So he's averaging 46, 47 at a strike rate of 111, which is mighty impressive. So that strike rate
3 tons.
I mean, it's not as impressive as the record that we saw for KL Rahul just now, but it's still pretty good. And I think you really can't ignore the domestic form that he's shown. I know he was sent into exile for not wanting to bat more than 30 balls because he used to get back.
Yeah, average is close to, I think, 300 if I'm not wrong in the Vijay Hazare Trophy at this point. And I think clearly the walk-in at number 4 for the Indian team. For a very long time, you were looking for that number 4 spot that wasn't filled. You lost ICC tournaments after tournaments because of that specific position. Now you have somebody like Shreyas Iyer who has sealed that position. He has sort of performed on that position, the kind of role he played in during the 23 ODI World Cup. I think you needed somebody like Shreyas Iyer, otherwise you would not have reached that far. So Shreyas Iyer clearly walks in. He got that punishment in that sense. He's gone, delivered. Over there, he's not missed too many games in the domestic circuit after that. So clearly, he walks back in.
Okay, so there you have it. You've got Shreyas Iyer unanimous, all of us, in terms of number 5 spot. Again, these are not hard and fast sort of position that we're saying, but pretty much how the Indian team we think is going to look like. Okay, so now you've got spot 4. You've got 2 fast bowlers in your team, in Hardik and Bumrah already, right? And now you've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 spots remaining. What do? I think you can fit in 1 fast bowler.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah, you can fit in 1 fast
Number
bowler.
10,
Yeah. Who's your fast bowler? That's a tough one in your 11.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Arshdeep Singh.
Remember, Arshdeep has not been a regular in ODI cricket.
But
in
he has
white
been a
ball-
regular in ODI cricket in the last 8 to 10 months or so. He played the South Africa series too, and he was even a part of the Sri Lanka ODI series.
He was not part of your World Cup team.
No,
So-
he's a regular after the World Cup. So he
yeah,
has at
but
least
that is
played.
also because now, remember, I'll give you a few names. There is a Mohammad Shami you're forgetting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mohammad Shami, the guy who was your
Wrecker in chief.
man of the
with the
series
golden
type
arm.
of player in the World Cup final. Right after that, been injured. So
Actually, the thing is that I can't assume in case of Mohammad Shami whether he's going to be fit for the Champions Trophy
see,
or not.
we'll have to assume that he is, because now if you've taken that assumption for a Jasprit Bumrah, let's go in your best case
Yeah,
scenario. If he's not,
let
then
the-
that makes the situation very easy.
I think in case of both Kuldeep and Bumrah, you can still assume that they could still play the Champions Trophy. Kuldeep, before the BGT, he was a regular in India's 11 Test or ODI cricket. Same is the case with Bumrah also.
No, but-
in case
but
of Shami, I'm not really sure about.
No, but we are not sure about Bumrah as well. I just gave a whole thing about what Bumrah's status is. By the way, Kuldeep was also told that he's in an injury. He was mysterious injury he had. So for everyone else, we are assuming they are fit, but not for Shami. Then that's not fair. If he's not fit, then though it's a easy decision. We don't have to make that decision. You go with anyone. Right now, you got to assume that Shami is fit. Yes, you could still eliminate him, saying that he's coming after an injury. I don't know whether he's fit enough to play, not play, whatever. That's another debate altogether. But right now, you're assuming that you have a fit Mohammad Shami.
Okay.
Now, what do? You are free to ignore him also, saying that I want to move forward. I want to get young bowlers, and I'm going forward. That is something you can do. Or you need to play him. What are you doing?
I'm going to still go with Arshdeep Singh. Like,
Okay.
I'm absolutely clear about it because you
In
do
your
need
11.
you need a left arm pacer.
Hmm.
Shami plays for me.
Shami plays for her. Okay, Harshit. Yes.
I'm going to go with
Any reasons why?
Uh, while yes, the status on his fitness is still awaited, but I think what Shami offers is far greater. Uh, in terms of his experience, in terms of the lines that he bowls. This is something, lack of experience is something that was missed in this Indian team bowling attack in the BGT, and we saw how it cost us. Time and again, we said that, there was nobody to help Jasprit Bumrah or support him from the other end. If Shami is there in the side, I don't see that happening. I see Shami really taking responsibility, and even on dead wickets, as was the case in the World Cup at times when nobody was getting anything out of the wicket, Shami was able to get some seam, so he plays for me.
Shami is going to be there in my squad, definitely moving when we talk about the third fast bowler. But to start off with Arshdeep, I'll also have Arshdeep because, like you said, that Mohammad Shami is somebody who can take out something from dead wickets as well. I think that's the same what Arshdeep can do as well. We saw that in the West Indies and during in West Indies and
He can be a tad
USA.
expensive, guys. Just to
No, I feel it, and he's also been regular with domestic cricket. He's gone on and played county cricket as well. I still don't know why is he not considered in Test cricket right now. But for me, he's an all-format bowler. He has shown that skill. He has shown that mindset, and I think he's a tall bowler. You need hit the deck hard bowlers in the Dubai conditions. So I think he's going to definitely start for me. Shami, why I'm not? I think Shami also a little better as far as skill is concerned because the kind of seam movement he does, I don't think Arshdeep does that sort of a seam movement. But because I haven't gotten promising signs from Mohammad Shami till now, he's not looked in full rhythm for me. Even if he's fit, I would have him as a backup to Arshdeep to begin with. Arshdeep, because he's been bowling continuously, even in domestic cricket, I think he's fully cooked. Like we saw with Jasprit Bumrah, as we progressed in the series, he got just better and better. I think Arshdeep coming in, he would be much better than what we actually saw in the T20 World Cup as well.
Can you keep showing this, please, Saransh, to her? Okay.
Recency bias, I think, works in Arshdeep's favor. He's getting that swing
But
also in both T20 and ODI cricket, so
I am going with
definitely.
Shami with my 11, and I'll tell you why. Because if just recent domestic and all of those things are seen, why is it not seen for a few other players as well? For our other stalwarts, when they are fit, they come straight back into the team, and I have no doubt in my mind that Shami
They're
is
still playing cricket.
so even when they come from injury. Why?
What does that mean?
No, what cricket? Excuse me. In KL Rahul came back straight up when he recovered from the injury.
Okay, you're saying in that
Shreyas Iyer, yes, that's what I'm saying. Any person, when they're injured, out, whatever is the issue, if they have been established performers, some of them get that benefit. They come back straight into the team when they're fit.
He
Some of
needed
them,
no
they've
match
not even
simulation
played
also,
domestic.
I remember.
For me, Shami is no less than even a Virat, Rohit and all that in your ODI cricket. He's that much of an impact bowler. So if he's fit, he also does not have to be, okay, I have to now show my form in
I
this.
remember
He's
you-
played multiple domestic games after that.
You-
He may not be fit enough to play test cricket, which was a valid consideration because in test cricket you have to bowl a lot many overs. This is white ball cricket, these are 10 overs, he can. And I think to start with you have to go, okay, fine. You get him to play this series that is happening now. You'll get to know his fitness. Yes, if you find fitness issues with him, then you take another call. But right now, what did I say? We are assuming that all of them are fit and available. For me, he's a starter.
But I've not seen much of him in domestic cricket. But as much as I've seen it, he doesn't look the same Mohammad
but he
Shami.
I
played
just
the
said there
S-Mat.
is an
Let's not forget he
exception
played the
to
S-Mat.
the thing that he's fit. I started by saying that he is fit.
No, I'm saying even if he's fully fit and he's bowling, he doesn't look the same Shami to me.
But
That's why to begin with, I'm starting with Arshdeep.
No. Yeah.
Last match, if I'm not
Why don't
wrong,
you have this? Why don't
He
you?
got out 30 odd runs as well, I think, in the
Why
last
don't-
match that he played in
But
Yeah, but
the
why
S-Mat.
because
don't
of
you
that-
have this in domestic cricket also? No. A lot of them.
Batters you're
Yes.
saying. No, I'm telling you why. Because with batters, I think
KL
coming
Rahul
back
got out to a ball that just he
No,
could not
even
even
that was
read.
wrong
But he,
according to me.
no, but that you play everyone, please. I don't think that you can judge him. He's every time stepped up and been an outstanding performer. You can't have different yardsticks for different people. So for me, he starts. You can start with Arshdeep. For me, he starts. And I don't think Arshdeep has done anything wrong. I think if you were playing in conditions where you would play 3 fast bowlers, They could be, but because we are looking at Dubai, where you may not necessarily need that, and Hardik now does the role of that third fast bowler, you may not need. That's why it happens. But yeah, if in the England series of going forward from there, you think that he's not fully fit, he's not performing at that level, then go with Arshdeep.
Exactly.
But he's starting for me to begin with. Okay, now you got 3 slots left, 7, 8, and 9, and I think it is safe to assume that these will have to be spinners, because if you remember, India,
or spin bowling all-rounders.
whatever, spinners, because India went to the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean with 4 spinners, and Rohit Sharma made it very clear they're going to play 3, and there was a reason for it. I think you're going in similar conditions, so I think there is a valid reason for you to be playing 3 spinners. Again, different condition. You're playing this series in Australia, you could have looked at it differently. You're playing in Dubai, so 3 spinners fit in. Go.
Should we go one by one or all 3?
You can go all 3.
Okay, so I'll go with all 3. Number 7, Akshar Patel.
Okay.
Number 8, Washington Sundar. And number 9, the Chinaman, Kuldeep Yadav.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Akshar,
Sundar, Washi, and Kuldeep.
Kuldeep. So then you're batting till number 8.
I'm a little surprised as to why Kuldeep Yadav isn't making any one of yours.
No, he will make
starting
my-
11s.
my-
I'll tell you.
I
I'll
think he
tell you.
has to
No,
be.
he'll
I'll tell
make
you.
my 11.
Okay, so let's go with Harshit.
I'll have Akshar at 7.
Akshar at 7.
Ah,
Harshit.
keep going.
I'm going to have Jadeja at 8.
Oh.
And I'm having Kuldeep as well.
Oh, you've left Washington out.
I have
But you,
left-
you must remember your last
All
series Washington was playing.
I know.
In
I'm
Sri Lanka.
this is my 11.
Jadeja was
this is who
rested.
I would like to see.
And Jadeja was rested. As
I know
verified
there
by
is
Gambhir.
there is another limitation over here as well, that all 3 of your spinners become left armers then. But I
But they're
just get
different.
confidence.
At least
I get
But
confidence.
same was the case in 2023 ODI World Cup.
World
too.
Cup
You
as well.
had Jadeja and Kuldeep.
Exactly. Because I've seen that in the past as well. So I'm willing. And Akshar, I cannot eliminate Akshar. You played him all 3 matches there as well, and he's proven himself.
show the team sheet, please.
People will end up forgetting, how many times Akshar has bailed this Indian team out. You need him as a batter more than a bowler at times, I feel.
Correct.
Mine is definitely going to surprise all of you here, because after
Jurel will
seeing-
make it, I think.
No, after seeing all of your selections, for me it's going to be Akshar, Kuldeep, and Varun Chakravarti. Yeah,
nice.
because I'll go with out and out spinners. Seeing the conditions, Varun Chakravarti has shown me first in the IPL, then playing for India. My batting definitely finishes a number ahead of all of you, but I wouldn't go with a Washington Sundar. The only reason that I know he will not be giving me those many wickets with the ball
Okay.
in those conditions, and also just to keep my batting a little bit longer again, I wouldn't do the same thing. I would rather have a stronger bowling lineup. I have 5 wicket-taking bowlers over here. I have Kuldeep, Varun Chakravarti, Arshdeep, Bumrah, Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya together. So I have total of 5 wicket-taking bowlers who guarantee me 10 wickets each game, and I have to trust all the batters to do the job for me. So I wouldn't go with a Washington Sundar, because I'd rather play a full batsman than.
The only reason why I wouldn't have Varun Chakravarti in my 15, and first of all, I have to really praise you for this selection. I have a feeling that India might just go in with Varun Chakravarti.
But remember, his dividends have come in T20
exactly.
cricket. You're
I
mixing
don't think-
formats again.
I don't think
Yeah.
his fitness
No.
is at par.
I'll-
That's
I'll-
the problem.
I'll tell you.
He's not really a good fielder
with
at all.
Bowlers, I don't think how much mixing format again. And firstly, white ball cricket, too much of mixing of format, little bit of mixing formats. That's fine. And with bowlers, I think it's more about the wicket-taking ability. Varun Chakravarti is somebody who has that knack of picking wickets. He's somebody who I know who can come in and give me a wicket when I
What about
want
his
him.
fielding, Bhalla? He's one
Fielding-
of the worst fielders that India have had in the last couple of years.
That's true, but because
He
of
was
that, you
better, by
cannot
the
play
way, in the
Washington
field in
Sundar.
this IPL.
Bangladesh series and even
Even
the
the
IPL.
last IPL, I remember he took a couple of very
we
good
talked about
catches.
this fact that we are picking this team assuming everyone is fully fit. So that's why I've made this call. I want a wicket-taking spinner. I have Kuldeep, I have Varun Chakravarti. Especially the condition and the kind of spinner he is, he's definitely going to pick me wickets.
Okay.
Yeah, he did, but he was.
But
You
yeah,
know,
the whole team
Saransh,
failed, na?
once again, Saransh, our producer, makes a valid point, that Varun Chakravarti did not do well in the T20 World Cup. That happened in the same ground. But he was a very different spinner then. I think he's evolved now. He's spoken
He's
about the changes he's made. After that, had good IPLs. And now he's done well for India also in the opportunities. But again, I think you're mixing format. So he doesn't come for me. I think after what Akshar Patel has done, I don't think you can leave him out. So Akshar and Jadeja both come in for me. They have to, and I think
Akshar
the Jadeja at 7 and 8. Also, as I mentioned, this Indian team is looking to pack the batting lineup till 8, 9
would
in
you in
Test
your team?
cricket. Yeah. And
Even you would in your team.
yeah, because I think where you have now reached. No, right now I'm only 7 and 8. I'm not reached number 9.
No, but
I think if you ask me again, let me finish. The Indian team, I'm just telling you what Indian team. That's not my team. The Indian team will play Akshar, Jadeja, and Washington Sundar. They will have batting till 9. I can bet my
Okay,
bottom dollar
okay.
on that. They will have batting till
But-
number 9. Okay, but I will not.
Yeah.
I will not. I will go with my wicket taker, which is why I will have a Kuldeep Yadav in my 11.
So you and I have the same bowling attack then.
Yes, I would want a wicket-taking bowler, and I
Same.
think Kuldeep has done outstandingly well in ODI
Yeah.
cricket. If you remember before the World Cup, we had the Asia Cup, which was in the ODI format. He was a standout bowler in Sri Lanka,
Correct.
picking up, and you're going to get those conditions. I think he's a wicket-taker. But again, this is my 11. I know how the thinking is going, and Kuldeep is always the easy guy to push out. So Kuldeep will go out.
Another mysterious injury.
And Washington Sundar will play because they will want batting till number 9. I think that is what they're going to do.
Though
I would
actually,
not.
this will be very flawed thinking. I think the Indian team will be wrong in going with that in mind because it's ODI cricket. It doesn't work like T20 where matches or the match situation changes very quickly. You might just need a batter in the next 5 minutes to bail you out. It doesn't work that way in ODIs. Also, your batters are actually in form and have shown good form. So you have no reason to be having a feeling that you need extra batters in the side. Test cricket, the way that your batters were performing made you feel that you needed batting all the way till number 9. T20s, I understand the need because you needed 220, 230. That was the score you wanted.
See,
For
I'll tell
that,
you
you
why.
need those many
No,
batters.
I-
ODIs, I don't think
No.
you need to worry about form of your batters.
I think why they'll go with a Washi. I'll tell you why. Why? Because he gives you that batting option. And 2, you're going to treat him as the 6th bowler. So you're not really trying to
I
get
am
all 10
saying
overs out.
If
with
the idea was to have, if the Indian team has 350 runs as a benchmark in every match that they have, I know they've wanted to play attacking cricket in T20s, walk the talk, worked, didn't work at times. Tests also, we're saying they want to play aggressive cricket, 5 days, it doesn't matter match lasts or not. But ODIs, I don't quite think they have made that change where 350 is what they need every match, and so they need batting so deep that they can get to 350 because some batters could just be throwing their wicket.
No, it is going to change. You can see the change in approach. I
But
think
that's
that is
what I'm
going
saying.
to
I think
continue.
it'll be a very wrong shift to happen.
Yeah, but that's your opinion. I think that Indian team will
Because
be doing that.
I don't see global cricket changing that way
if
as
you
well.
see, if you see what has changed in the Indian team, even in T20 cricket and even in now Test match cricket, you saw all the matches that have happened after Gautam's taken over, even Sky's captaincy, even in T20 cricket, they've followed that. So I think that's what they will do. You will treat a Washington Sundar as a 6th bowler, so you're not necessarily needing all the overs out of him, but you need batting cushion. I think that's what they're going to do. We are free to choose our team, so we've picked the team that we think.
I don't, with both of your teams, I don't understand the logic of getting a Jadeja because Akshar Patel and Jadeja.
Hey.
How does that matter?
Exactly.
Have you not been watching cricket?
No. I have been
So
watching cricket.
they won the T20 World Cup doing exactly that. So now, I mean, if it was the first time you saw a team like this, then I would understand, oh my God, who has picked these 2 guys? Because you've never seen it happen in the...
No,
they have
the
just
team
won
would
that.
still do it, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying that even would you also
I
personally do
yeah.
that?
don't think
yeah.
Jadeja, the white ball batter, and even the white ball bowler, he's inspiring.
I
any
would not even have him in
confidence.
my
No,
squad.
It's as simple as that.
That's fine. It's your opinion.
I am
think
keeping
will-
him for his all-round ability, and I know when he comes good, he comes extremely good.
There's
In fact,
what role?
Akshar also is, by the way, that floater for me, as he was in the Sri Lanka series. He batted from everything between 4 and 8. He was batting.
With 9 batters also you need a floater.
You did it. You wanted to do it. You have used
Because
Shivam
you did
Dube
it,
as
that
a
doesn't
floater
mean it's
all through
right
your
now.
campaign in the T20 World
Yeah,
Cup.
you have picked a bowler who's not even playing ODI cricket. And on what basis have you even picked him? I can't understand. Because you just liked his name or whatever.
No.
So then I'm just saying, if you're looking for logic, I can't even see that. This team that is Jadeja and Akshar, while point is valid, similar spinners, but that's what the Indian team has been doing and they've been getting the results. So suddenly they're not going to change.
Also, I will not move away from. Yes, the 19th of November didn't pan out to any of our liking, but it was a winning formula that lasted good 10 matches. And you were head and shoulders the better team in the top. So I'm saying you don't have to move too far away from what the set formula is. You don't need to have all these rational, irrational changes at the moment. There is no need, I feel. It's not a broken team that needs fixing.
Okay, I'm now going to get to 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, for a lot of us who did not pick an Arshdeep or Jaiswal, now is your chance to fit your players in. Okay, so 12, you want to start with Siddharth. You have not got a Jaiswal. Does he come to your 12?
No.
Okay, he doesn't come to your 12. Arshdeep, you've already got. Does Shami come to your 12 then?
No.
No, it doesn't come. Okay. For you?
Jaiswal comes into my 15 and
So
does...
Jaiswal comes. So 12, I'm putting Jaiswal. So you've got one other batter as your backup. Okay.
And Shami too.
And Shami also comes in your thing, even though you didn't pick him. Okay.
No,
So
yeah.
Shami also comes for Shashwat for now. Okay, that's fine wherever it comes in. You did not pick Harshit.
I didn't pick Gill, but he's my number 12.
Okay, so Harshit gets Gill at number 12. I did not pick an Arshdeep, but he definitely comes in my team as number 12.
You didn't go for Jaiswal.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting on that. I want to finish my
So
thing.
I'm waiting on Arshdeep. I'll see who the other fast bowlers I can
Okay,
fit in.
Siddharth, then you have a chance to pick your 12 now.
So my 12 is going to be Sanju Samson, and he is going to be my second keeper batter.
Interesting.
So no space for Rishabh Pant in the 15.
No. So I'm going to go with two keeper batters.
Ooh.
I think Sanju
Yeah,
Samson.
second you will need.
Sanju Samson, the white ball, keeper batter has inspired a lot of confidence in the last 1 year or so. T20 form has been great, and let's not forget, in the most recent ODI that he played, he got a century against South Africa.
Yeah.
Any which way, see,
most recent for him.
yeah, most recent for him. That's what I said. So I think my point here is that if you need another top order batter, I don't really think that India is going to go to Yashasvi Jaiswal as of now. I think he is obviously going to be a future batter, but then in Sanju Samson, you already have a top order batter. Let's assume that if Shubman Gill gets injured, he can open the innings, and that's what he has shown in both ODIs and T20Is in the last 1 or 1.5 years or so. And that's one of the only reason why I'm not having Yashasvi Jaiswal in my 15.
Okay, second wicket keeper slot. Let's get that done with. Who have you got as your second wicket, or do you want?
No.
Okay, you want to think about.
Just give me a moment. There's one thing I wanted to check.
I'll just pick my second wicket keeper batter. I'm going with Gulati as surprising as it may sound, there is no Rishabh Pant here in the 15. That means it'll be tough to fit him in. I am also going with a Sanju Samson based on pure numbers. Rishabh's ODI numbers haven't been that great. In fact, his T20 numbers weren't great, but the team took him and they are world champions. So and there's a good chance, but this is our 15, but there's a good chance the team picks Pant and there is no Sanju Samson. But then because this is our team, so we have all the right to choose whoever we want. Have you had enough time to think?
Yeah. I'd go with Rishabh Pant.
Okay.
I think if I need that X factor in my squad at least if he's not making it into the 11. Sanju Samson, I know his form has been really good, but I think that's still a very small sample size. I'm also looking at the past.
Okay, just for the sake of Shashwat, can I... he's saying it's a small sample size. I'm going to show you Sanju Samson's career ODI numbers. So that, that way our friend Shashwat gets a much bigger sample size. Okay, so let's go with Sanju Samson. These are his career figures. He's played 16 matches, which is a decent. He averages 56 at a strike rate of
We're
100.
just looking at the filtered ones, right?
No, unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
No, but we have
16 matches.
No, I'm saying the filtered.
No, but that is,
Arey,
but even that is outstanding.
No,
That
but
is
that's
his
a
career
this,
average.
but
but
you-
the sample size
Arey-
there is 4 innings.
Five.
But I'm
Ah,
not.
five,
That's
no.
why. Arey, you make up your mind. You want sample size or you want recent form?
Sample.
So recent form,
recent-
so he's only played that much. So how would you do? Now you need a sample size. So I gave you his career average is 57. His career strike rate is 100 in ODI cricket. You want to now see a bigger sample size, compare it to Rishabh Pant's figures. I'm just comparing it.
I'll
Want to
just
see
warn
it?
you, don't.
Okay, quickly show us Rishabh Pant's numbers. This is his career average, 33 sample size I'm showing you at a strike rate of 106. So right now, if you're looking at career average, there's chalk and cheese between Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant. I'm just showing you numbers. You're free to select who you want to.
I'd still go with Rishabh Pant.
Fair
I'm
enough.
just
Keeping
saying
that X factor.
because
We also have to keep in
I'm
mind
just
that the
saying-
numbers Rishabh Pant would have batted at versus the numbers Sanju Samson would have batted at. Firstly, that Rishabh Pant in our filtered that he's played just one ODI, 6 runs. The third one that he played against Sri Lanka. And no, we have not taken the Sri Lanka series, right? 24 we have.
he scored 6 runs.
Yeah. So
We have taken that.
yeah.
Third
so
ODI he played.
No, I think both of them. I know numbers show us a very different picture, but as
But
far
I'm
as
just saying-
impact is concerned,
You said X factor. I'm just saying because two like for like players, the difference in strike rate is just 6 points.
where the both of them play, that's also a very big
Sanju,
difference.
this
for me.
team has been the most
No, but
unfair
most
to
of
in
the
terms
games
of
he's
his
played
batting
it-
position.
He's played up the order. Rishabh Pant comes in the middle order, so I'm not going to compare both of their numbers as well as far as average is also concerned. I just feel numbers I think tell us a very different story definitely, but I'd still pick Rishabh Pant. He definitely doesn't start in the 11 for me, but I need that X factor in my team.
Okay. I will go ahead and
Also
have
left.
Sanju in my team and not Rishabh Pant. I think because I'm one of those when I look at an ODI team, I'm always looking for X factor players. I think I need more of those in the game's shortest format where match situations change quickly, rapidly. I think when I'm making an ODI 11, I need more dependability. And I think the numbers are making Sanju Samson look far more dependable for me. And Rishabh's been around for a while for me to make a call as to why this is not, let's say, choosing between, or it's not a situation that I'm caught in a hard place and a rock. So it's not like that. It's an easy one for me, Sanju.
Okay, since you are the only one who doesn't have a 13th member squad.
Mohammad Siraj.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think you need a backup pacer, definitely.
Yes.
And Siraj, I think apart from his inconsistent form in 2023, I think he has been like in and around the ODI setup, has done well also in the past too. So I think he stays there for me on the account of experience, and obviously there is also going to be a slight, let's say, threat also that if Jasprit Bumrah doesn't make it, then he definitely would start in the 11. So Mohammad Siraj is my 13th member.
No, see, if Bumrah doesn't make it, then the whole 15 changes.
Yeah, yeah.
We are assuming that he makes it.
That's just like,
Okay.
You don't have Shami in your side altogether.
Yeah.
let's see.
We will see.
Yeah, we'll
Okay, you've picked your. Okay, we are all going to pick our 14. My 14th is Washington Sundar because I think they will go with 4 spinners. And as I said, the fascination that they have for all-rounders, that is going to be there. And fair enough, I think he was part of your last ODI squad as well. He's part of your test team. You're not going to suddenly remove him. I also know that Rohit Sharma has a fascination for off-spinners. He likes them as captain. He would want them. And unlike Shashwat, I have not had the courage to get a Varun Chakravarti, so I will need an off-spinner. So I've gone with Washington as my 14th member. So that's done with my spinners in the squad. My wicket keeper as well, backup is also
Gulati,
done.
yours?
I will go with Shivam Dubey as my 14th member. I think you do need a backup.
So
for
you're not
Hardik
keeping
Pandya
a
too.
backup spinner?
We'll come to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's his
14th
team.
member.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Shivam Dubey for me. I think you need obviously a replacement for
And he was part of your
backup for
last
Hardik Pandya.
ODI.
Yeah,
He did
absolutely.
play the...
And he has been bowling a lot also. So that's the point. So you are obviously, trying to trust more in Shivam Dubey, the bowler. Maybe this is the platform. This is the time wherein you would want to play him. Assuming, you can find a place for him in the 11. So I think he stays there for me in the
Don't you see the
15.
team going for Nitish Reddy in place of Shivam
I
Dube?
don't think so actually, because
Because
he's
if
set
that's
to,
the mindset of bowling overs too, then I think Nitish Reddy
he's
is a
set
much
to play
better.
the Ranji Trophy. So if he plays the Ranji Trophy, I don't see him playing the England ODIs too. So that way, I'm not really sure whether
No, but
Nitish Reddy
England
is
ODIs
in the
start
scheme
on
of things
6th
or not.
6th Feb they start.
But then obviously in February there is going to be Ranji Trophy, and there are reports that he will feature.
Let's
for
also
Andhra.
not forget that Dube is part of the T20 World Cup winning squad. Different format, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like we've been kind enough to someone like an Akshar and all based on that performances. Whether you'll go away from him, well, it's debatable. Whatever. Who's not got? Harshit has not got 14th.
Yeah, I am going with Siraj. I feel there is a need of a backup pacer, which I don't have yet. And it's not going to be Arshdeep. It is Siraj for me because I've seen him in this format far more than an Arshdeep, who is the other bowler in contention. And he ticks most boxes that I'm looking at when I'm selecting an ODI squad.
Okay, it's number 15, and this is a tough one. How would I fit everyone in? And I had multiple names that I was thinking, but I'm going with Nitish Reddy at
Okay.
15. I thought about it, and I'm going to get Reddy. Primarily because what he's and I was actually split between a Dube or a Nitish. So the only at least I had an idea that I'm going to fit an all-rounder, because I think you need backup in batting as well as some for an all-rounder as well. So this is one thing that can cover up a lot of other, because my spin bowling is covered. I get an all-rounder. It gives me that sixth bowling option if I need someday, or batting, this and that. So, and the form that he's shown in Test cricket, I think it'll be tough. And also the form that he's shown in T20 cricket for India in the limited time that he's played, and what he showed you in IPL as well. Overall, he's been quite impressive. Dube is the other one I thought of, but I guess there will be a recency bias, so they might.
So no Siraj for you.
Yes, I thought about an extra fast bowler, but then I know that this is what they did even when they went overseas. What they usually do is they take fast bowlers as excess to 15
Yeah.
if need be.
The reserves.
Yes, Khalil was one of them for the T20.
Avesh was also.
Avesh was. So they do it because, see, you're not going to play more than 2 in the 11, I feel, because Hardik will do the job of the 13, and the one who's sitting out will be that person in case of an injury comes in. And to have another one in Dubai will not be the case. So they'll rather take this sort of a backup, because batting form, if someone is struggling, you want to make a change, this is what will do it. So I've not got another fast bowler. They will take travelling reserves, 2, 3. But yeah, this is.
So my thinking is similar to yours. And I also have an all-rounder at 15, but it's not a pace bowling all-rounder.
No, but your all-rounder is already done though on
yeah,
14.
yeah, but in the at the 15th place, I am saying. So my thinking is similar to yours, but it's a different all-rounder. It's a batting all-rounder, and it's Tilak Verma.
Huh? I was
I don't
looking
know
at his
how much.
numbers as well.
I don't know how much Tilak will bowl though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in case of Tilak Verma, the
He
good
played
thing,
about 5 matches, I think.
yeah, the good thing is that he offers you a variety in the middle order. I think he's a batter who can just come on and take, just go from be on the attack, from the word go. I think in case of Tilak, if he gets a chance in the middle order, assuming let's say there is any injury or something, I think he could be a handy addition.
Okay.
I'm going to have Washington Sundar here. Couldn't fit him in the 11, but knowing what he offers is that all-round ability, and at some point maybe you'll need that off-spinner in the team as well. The liking of the team also is another reason, and so much has gone Washington Sundar's way, starting all the way from the New Zealand series. He's in fact been around, if you go back from the Asia Cup when he was flown, not played though. So he's been around and things have worked rather well for him, I would say. Recency bias as well. So yeah, Washi is my number 15.
Even my number 15 is going to be Washington Sundar as well, because firstly I think I can get him into the 11 as well. Whenever I think batting needs to be strengthened, I can replace him with an with a pure off spinner, with a pure spinner, and get in a Washington Sundar. He can bat for me. He gets that variety with the ball, and off spinner I would definitely want to take with me to counter the lefties in the opposition side. So that's why
Okay.
Washington Sundar.
Okay. Can we show the teams to viewers, please? This is what we've pretty much picked. I think the only exception to the entire thing is because our teams are pretty much the same. The only one player that's made it only once. One is Shivam Dube and the other is Varun Chakravarti. I think these are the only.
Tilak Verma.
And Tilak Verma. Yes, sorry. Three names that have just come once. Otherwise, all other names have found at least 4, 3 or 2. So it seems like pretty much the team. Few names that we did not discuss. What do you guys think of? What about Surya Kumar Yadav? Nobody thought of him. Why?
Not really
In the
sure. I think
past.
he's in the scheme of things. I think you have better middle order batters in comparison to Surya, and plus I think his World Cup form didn't really help his chance.
Harshit Rana, you didn't think of, because the management does have faith in him. He started
He's
before.
traveling, na? He will travel with the team.
Achha, as a traveling runner, but
Travelling
not in the
reserve.
15.
No, because I think anyways you're going in with just 3 fast bowlers, assuming that it's just a 5-match tournament, looking at including the semi-final, final as well. You just need one backup pacer, plus you even have a Hardik Pandya. So traveling reserves, you'll not take a Siraj as per my team, and there will be Harshit Rana. So if anyone gets injured, he'll be the first one to feature.
Also, I think it's, life's been moving too fast for Harshit Rana. You have others with experience when you're looking at ODI cricket, and IPL, whatever we saw, yes, then things happened. You played that series as well where he didn't make his debut, but then Test debut and everything. But I think you have players, and you know what these players will offer to you. So I'm not getting Harshit Rana into the side yet.
And Sky?
Sky, I'm convinced that the ship has sailed for him, and you may not necessarily want to look at that because it turned out to be a disaster. Looking at the number of chances that you gave it, barring that one knock of his against England, we saw it for far too long how much he struggled elongating the 20 over format into a 50 over format, which everyone thought the explanation was, no, it's just a bigger version of T20 cricket, which just wasn't happening for him. So I'm convinced, and
no
you now need
outside like
no. I will then look for others
Sai
like
Sudarshan or someone.
Sai Sudarshan is a very good
There's
shout,
also
but
Rajat Patidar also.
Rajat Patidar. Nobody thought of. No.
again, these are names you will look at after this Champions Trophy or when you're talking about the next breed. But they are even ahead of a Surya in my view.
Okay, let's get down to some questions. You've seen the 15 that each of us has picked. I guess it'll be roughly here, barring 1 or 2 changes that may be different.
There will be one surprise pick definitely, like always.
Like?
That could be Varun Chakravarti, that could be Shivam Dubey,
Shivam won't
that
be
could
a
be
surprise.
Harshit Rana as well.
Won't be a surprise pick, na?
Harshit Rana as well could be one. Riyan Parag, I wouldn't be surprised. He was also
Actually,
there.
Riyan Parag we not discussed. He was part of the last ODS.
He was.
But he's nursing a shoulder injury.
In Sri Lanka, that series that you lost, he was playing.
He played all the games. It wasn't like he was sitting out.
Yeah.
He bowled as well.
Hmm.
Batted, bowled, everything.
Okay, let's get down to some opinions. Aman. Okay, Aman says, Shashwat, you claim that KL came in ODI because of Pant was injured. That is factually incorrect because KL played ahead of Pant in ODIs versus Bangladesh 2002, just before Pant accident. That's true. If you remember, Pant was dropped.
Yeah, he was.
So I think you've.
But then he was also injured, KL also.
He was injured, but he's right that there was a time where he was playing ahead of him. ST 1994 says there should be an age criteria for a commentator with age 70 plus. We're talking about players' retirement. BCCI and broadcasters will take note about this. No. I think till the time a person is sharp, calling on the game, can travel, cover. Should there be an age limit for commentator? No.
Not really. Again, it's a grey area of sorts.
No,
But
What is it? What do you want to achieve? Like
I think
again,
70 is the
don't
right
know.
age.
for commentary also.
Yeah.
What do you achieve with that?
I think, no, I wouldn't comment on this.
No, because you've said
You would create
fair.
a place for
No,
another person. That's why.
it's not like you're playing for Indiana. There's some youngster
No, it's
should
not
get a
just that.
chance.
I think
you'll start
after
scoring.
70, I don't know how much do I trust somebody's opinion who's fast.
People get wiser, no?
yeah,
No, but
you know what? But
also
one thing you
70
can't
that-
negate is with age. Again, at times, what they say with elders, and we've all got elders in our families as well. You can get a little grumpy at times with age too. And I don't know what that age is. So, which is why I'm not saying 70.
70 is that age.
How do you know?
I
There
just
is no
feel so.
social experiment
No,
to say
there's no
so.
social experiment, exactly what I wanted to say.
But I just
70.
feel after a point, which is why I'm not sticking to the age, but I feel at some point age does, it gets the better of your opinion at times. yes, the wisdom remains, but at times the judgment may not be correct, no matter what you would.
Is there a age limit for a prime minister of the country?
There isn't, but there are talks.
No, I'm just asking because the biggest decisions are taken by the head of the
No,
state.
even that should be there.
You want to have what should be the age limit
70.
for prime? So nobody over 70 should be prime minister. Harshit.
Think about somewhere between 70-75.
So
If
after
there has to be.
75, nobody should be prime minister.
It's a big designation. Again, nothing against anyone,
No, I'm just
but
asking.
but I think after a point these were not good visuals. What we saw with Joe Biden as well, he was falling all around. So
Shouldn't it be case by case basis? Somebody is not, physically fit.
the thing with political power is such that you will not want to leave it. But
Money also
it is
same power.
for the democracy to decide. I think when you're saying 18 and I for that matter feel there should there should be a minimum education criteria as well for the top post and whatnot.
Yeah.
So but
That's a
age-
different debate.
Yeah, it is. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So with commentary as well, I think I'm not saying it must happen, but it is worth a consideration.
Okay, Shubham Garg says if India had taken some leaf out of Virat's aggression, they would have played proper 4 fast bowlers in Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney, gone for 20 wickets. I mean, I don't disagree with that. We were all of the opinion that India were meddling too much with all-rounders and obsession. Go with batter
Whenever
bowler.
you usually play 4 fast bowlers, either you suffer a deduction in points or the captain gets banned.
That's okay. If you can hold the trophy at the end of it, we'll take anything. Gaba ka Ghamand from Australia, you would have changed that now. Now no more
There's
Ghamand.
No Ghamand now.
No, Ghamand is gone. Gill's 58 average and 102 strike rate in ODI is more than 2,000 runs. Yeah. We did take that. That's why he makes it to our team, all of ours. Parth
True.
says ODI average of Indian wicket keepers.
Sanju
Samson 56, KL 49 and
Ishan
Ishan
Kishan.
Kishan.
42, Rishabh Pant 33. Which is true, Parth, which is
But
why
he's
a
not
lot of
mentioned X factor over there.
a lot of us,
That's his opinion, right?
because X factor is not something that's
Quantifiable.
exactly. Nah, X factor, a lot of people thought Gill was in tests also, but could not quantify that.
I think it gets very loosely used. I think.
He's not even second innings skill now.
Okay, Venkateshwaran says, how should an injury-prone player work towards reducing his susceptibility to more injuries? Does it involve more strength training, or is it a mix of many things? It is a mix of many things. By the way, the basic remains the same. If there is an injury-prone area, then firstly you rest, recover, and then do a lot of exercise to strengthen that part. That is the basics of anything. That's the only way you can avoid it, because you know that area would be called upon in your future endeavors when you're playing. So you have to strengthen that. Some people have a lower back issue, some people have quad issues. Whatever is that area, you need to work extra hard on that, and they do, and they come back. The other thing is also change on actions. Whether you're a batter or a bowler, you try and adapt to a certain way where you give less stress to that part. It happens with a lot of fast bowlers. They've changed their actions. It's happened to batters as well. Their stance, the way they bat, changes. So those are the two things that you follow. Rest is to God. There can be people like Kapil Dev who don't get injured. They're blessed with good bodies, or you could be born in a body like Ashish Nehra who gets injured very often.
Shane Bond, best example.
Shane Bond, yeah. So it's just a lot of things are decided by the powers above.
Mayank Gupta has shared his 11. He's gone with Jaiswal, Gill, Kohli, Iyer, Pant, Rohit, Hardik, Aksar, Chakravarti, Bumrah, Arshdeep. Playing Rohit at number 6 because anyways he wants to play a cameo.
But it's about starting at the top.
Yeah.
If Rohit Sharma
That's too
doesn't
left.
start at the
Yeah.
top, I think he should not feature in this 11. It's as simple
I
as
agree.
that.
It's not Test cricket where I was okay having Rohit at 6. There I think it made sense, but now not this.
I love the next question. It comes from Test cricketer Shashwat.
That's really his name.
Did you just do it yourself?
Obviously not. How can somebody's
No,
name
I
be
mean-
Test cricketer?
Here is it really his name?
Of course, this is
I think is it possible to change a name like
username. Na, you just change your username.
You don't, all the good comments you write about yourself by changing names and below, you know that?
I never do that.
You never do that.
Never
I thought
tamper
you-
with comments.
Yeah, after getting a yelling from
No,
you.
I never did. It was others previously who were
Your fans.
No,
were doing it in office.
No. People did it, but I never. I would have done it for somebody, but never for myself.
Very good. So Test cricketer Shashwat wants to know, play me at 4, I can replace Virat in Tests in a year.
Seriously?
3.
How did the match the other day turn out to be?
I told you, na. Vikrant sir ended the
Acha.
game top of the order.
Hey, he'll get his chance. Don't worry. Can we take more questions? Show us the question and you can try and fix it. See, this is what happens when there's no Shivam. Sharan says, Nikhil bhai, what is your birdie saying about Bumrah injury? Can you share more insights where he is at? Sharan, I did give you some insights. Right now, I'm getting conflicting reports. 2 things. Should I believe on face value? I think I explained it earlier, whether he's got back spasm. Because if it is back spasm, but what I am also hearing is that they're not revealing anything because he wants to show it to his personal doctors as well and people at his franchise. So that's when you'll get an official version. They're not rushing into it. As I said, it's either back spasm, I take it on their face value, in which case they could be good news. But if it is a stress fracture, which has happened to him before, then you're looking at a long term. I doubt it'll be a lower back stress fracture because it doesn't repeat after an injury. It doesn't repeat this fast. But it could be, his back per se, which could get it. But give us a day or two. We'll try and get you more concrete news on that. Mankind Engineer says, can ODI bilateral be made like WTC cycle to make ODI bilateral series more interesting and top 4 will play ODI World Cup? Thoughts? Nick's Chacha is Mankind Engineer. Love to you as well, yeah.
Your Chacha.
He's calling me that.
Yeah.
So, okay. It's an interesting thought. See, bilateral ODIs, by the way, is like totally irrelevant to me. I don't know. They don't make no sense to me. Whether you can make it, to which I'd actually said, I would love if they go back to those tri-series. And quadrangulars.
Asked you said no. Then why?
Because you're not going to play Champions Trophy also. Then.
They are ready to
You
come.
know
And
why.
they are ready to play in Dubai, the Tri-Nation.
BCCI will decide. BCCI wanting to play only tests with England and Australia. They will play tri-series only with them. So, yeah. But makes no sense for bilateral ODI. I think it's not a bad idea. But then the question marks come off to the point system, which is also dodgy. Okay.
I love Mutton Biryani has also shared his 11 with us. He's gone with Jaiswal, Rohit, Kohli, Iyer, Pant, Hardik, Jadeja, Kuldeep, Shami, Siraj, Bumrah. So he's gone with 3 pacers. That's against what we had gone with, all of us. His remaining 4 are Gill, KL, Washi, Arshdeep, Jaiswal. Has to start ahead of Gill for me. Okay. That's a footnote over there.
Okay. Ashish Dhar has also named his 11. Shubman/Rohit. Jaiswal, Virat, Iyer, Pant, Hardik Pandya, vice captain, Akshar Patel, Bumrah, the captain, Kuldeep, Shami or Akashdeep, and Arshdeep. Rohit can be captain if he's playing 2027 ODI World Cup.
But lots of people have Rishabh Pant in their 11, not even 15.
Yeah. People didn't have him also in their 15 who sent the average. So they're all opinions. All sorts of opinions.
No, I'm just many.
Of course, that's the beauty about cricket.
Yeah. Many could be right and many could be wrong. Let's go with Shubham Garg now. He says that India will need left-hander in batting order to counter 2 leggies from Pakistan. That's Abrar and Sufyan, he says. And Santner from New Zealand. Also, Jaiswal can counter Shaheen better.
Akshar Patel comes at 4, yaar.
Yeah.
Shaheen, why? Virat Rohit can play Shaheen. He'll play him out. Shaheen Shafridi.
You see how Rohit smashed Mitch Stark.
No, he's talking about Shaheen.
So Mitch Stark
Whom you
also.
don't play.
Same thing, na?
Shaheen
Left
is
armor,
answer, yeah.
ball in.
Then he comes and gives gifts to our fast bowlers.
Shaheen is no Mitch Stark.
See.
Yeah, of course. He's Shaheen.
Um,
His captain says, na,
Varun
last
says,
over.
have you guys seen Virat spitting on the Aussie crowd in BGT? This is what is very horrible and shows us in very... Did you see that? Did anyone see that?
Yes, it is
By the
this-
way, just to clarify, the one thing that's also gone viral is the him taking out, and showing no sandpaper, and he's received a lot of criticism for that. But you need to understand the context
there
behind
was
it.
provocation there.
Yes, there were provocation because the media started writing about it with Jasprit Bumrah, that finger guard had fallen out, and they started writing reports that they have sandpaper. I think it was his response to that.
Yeah.
So
He was
it wasn't that.
taunting them rather that listen, it's you guys who got dirt.
Yes,
not
so don't
people
question
like us,
us.
and I've got nothing in my pants,
Yes,
in my pockets.
yes.
Just
So
a
it was a
reminder.
retaliation. He didn't.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't. It wasn't a scenario where he
He
was.
didn't start it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't start the fire. It was always burning
Yeah.
since the world was turning.
There's a
Dex.
comment that Nick sir or anyone out of us, Rabada, Nokia, Marco Janssen, Gerald Kudzia, Nandre Berger and Quena Mafaka and Corbin Bosch. What pace attack should South
Woo.
Africa select for Lords?
That's a good one.
I have picked my three actually.
Uh.
It's going to be Rabada, Marco Janssen and Nandre Berger with Vian Mulder as your pace bowling all-rounder and Keshav Maharaj.
I love Mafaka in place of the fourth one that you said.
You like all these youngsters.
Yeah.
Come on.
18-year-old.
Really quick.
Youngest
But he's still
debutant
young,
for South Africa across formats.
Good headache.
Good.
Yeah, sweet headache.
Good headache to have.
Venkateshwar TV says, I don't trust KL under pressure and I don't trust Pant in ODIs. Why did you start? I thought that you started giggling when he said. Anyhow, sorry, I got distracted. Then says, I will go with Sanju in the 11. He scored a century in a crucial game in South Africa. KL will be in my 15. I won't take Rishabh Pant.
I agree at the KL point, definitely. I think even I'm not too sure about him under pressure, but that can't be reason.
You pick and choose. The KL thing you will agree, but Pant you will not agree. Pick and choose.
No, with for Pant as well, I feel that it's high time. Like for
But you went with him in the 11, right,
Yeah,
Rishabh?
yeah.
But then back him to the hilt
but
then.
what I'm trying to say is that I do like for KL Rahul, I said not for he cannot play 100 tests on the basis of his potential. Same goes for Rishabh Pant as well. He cannot play 100 ODIs on the basis of his potential.
Pavan Ola says Sanju has a backup opener also be a good idea. That's true. The ODI century in South Africa came in the top order, and this we will have more all-rounder options in 15.
Exactly.
Actually, that's the squad I picked because I didn't take Jaiswal. That's why. Pavan also says what's the criteria for Pant selection above Sanju? Pant with more opportunities on ODI has been average, and Sanju has better average with limited opportunity.
Sanjay has played on the
X
top
factor,
order.
he said. X factor.
X factor.
Which we can't see or measure or gauge,
quantifiable.
but it is there.
It's like potential, I believe, at times. It works more on belief system.
Sarthak Arya says my 11 is Rohit, Kale, Virat, Iyer, Pant, Pandya, Akshar, Washi, Kuldeep, Bumrah, Shami. Reserves Yashashvi, Rahul, Arsh and Siraj. Interesting that he's picked.
I like the next one.
Rakesh Bhushan says, how far is it justified for journalists to have favorites? Okay, Harshit always promotes Ricky Bui. By the way, that's all in jest. It's all in fun. It's in humor.
He says-
Shashwat promotes Iyer and you Sai Kishore. Rakesh.
I think he's missed out on a couple of episodes.
Like if I would be picking Sai Kishore like in my 15. You don't understand. This is banter. This is fun, and all of this is part of our regular drawing room conversations, right?
It's
We have.
playfulness.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, don't take it. If you were really serious about it, we'd be picking them and fighting over it. As we sometimes get really emotional and charged up and we fight because we genuinely believe in those things. These things we say in jest. I'm sure you can make that out. Yeah, come on. The thing is that stuff. Only exception is Shashwat and his love for Iyer because he really puts him in every team. But for me, Iyer, Kishore and Ricky Bui, we never put them.
That was Ricky Bui ahead of
Shreyas Iyer merits
Prithvi
a
Shaw for
place.
me.
Yeah. So we put him
Prithvi
now.
Shaw, he's running, he's doing fitness.
I just
he's
showed
ready.
him fitness.
Acha.
I think he'll be called for the IPL by some team or the other.
Possible. It's a possibility.
Very big possibility.
Yeah.
As a net batter.
Net batter?
No, injury replacement.
People don't take these Prithvi Shaw. They don't know Prithvi Shaw then. He will.
Okay, Dipanjan Chatterjee says Varun is better physically, picked wickets in Vijay Hazare. That's true. That is true. Shubham Garg says on what basis Jadeja is getting selected. He is no longer that batter at number 7 and 8. Does not have hitting ability. Was a flop in T20 ODI World Cup as
Exactly
a
my
batter.
point.
Yeah.
Just
That's why I
because,
don't
just
even
because
have him in
India
my
is winning, you
squad.
cannot really keep the individual performances into consideration. He did not really do well. just cannot, be in the side because he's the best fielder. So I don't think that's...
Rishabh says that Shashwat's team is best looking and most probably winning team. That means Champions Trophy is coming if they play that team. I have a busy day ahead. Then. He likes Kulati's team as well. He also feels that Jadeja doesn't deserve to play in the 11. His cricket has dropped way below
Correct.
The standards, and Sundar should play over him any day. Analyst says
Sid loves to speak different from others with respect to without logic. Okay. His second wicket keeper option, Sanju Samson, doesn't keep in domestic, and in his last ODI with that 100, he didn't keep and batted at 3. He's dropped from Vijay Hazare Trophy squad for discipline.
no, but that has no reflection in bearing. He didn't keep because you had a wicket keeper. That doesn't mean that he cannot
He's
be.
batting at number 3.
Yeah, and that
I
doesn't.
think you are looking at Sanju Samson more as a top order batter and a keeper rather than a keeper and a top
Then
order
how many
batter.
top order backups you need? You already have Jaiswal. You also need a Sanju.
I did not have Jaiswal in
No,
the
I did
15.
not.
I had
You
only
didn't have Jaiswal in the 15.
No, we did not have.
He didn't. I did. Like for he.
So
And
basically,
you also had Sanju.
so basically,
No, then where will you play Sanju?
Sanju's my
He's a backup, no? Yeah, we
He's a
made the
backup.
11 also. You're
But-
skipping all this file. The
No, no.
11s were made, yeah.
No, he's your backup for whom?
He's my backup keeper. That's number one.
So
Number
you'll play him in the middle order.
I can bait him anywhere. I can make
But
him.
he's never played in the middle order in ODIs.
No, how does it matter? He's batted in the middle
No,
order.
but you can't play Sanju in the middle order.
Of course you can.
Yeah,
Do you
I
even
think you
know
can.
that Rahul Dravid had told Sanju Samson that he is
Finisher.
the finisher. He's going to be finisher.
But in T20, sorry, in ODIs, that too, Rahul Dravid.
So Rahul Dravid, matlab, if he says something that makes no logic,
he's no more
and you know
there.
cricket more than
No,
him.
no, he's
No,
no
you
more
said
there.
Rahul Dravid said it.
I'm saying he's no more there.
I know he's not there, but I'm just giving an example.
No, but middle order, I don't think.
You That's fine, you cannot
You
not
had
play.
floaters in this team in the past, and I think if the situation arises, Sanju Samson is your floater in this side.
I think Sanju Samson is your backup top order batter. That's
And
why I think
keeper, yeah.
That's where you're having him.
Yeah.
You're having him ahead of a Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Because he's a keeper batter. That's the point. I'm not really sure if Jaiswal will even make the cut for the Champions Trophy 15.
Yeah, this you should have asked when he was making the 15.
Yeah.
You're now waking up, yaar. Come on, let's go. When you're making the 15, why didn't you ask that?
3 people are making 50. Even I was making mine.
So you didn't see it. You didn't see it.
What
You're only
bizarre
concentrating
logic
on
was
your
that?
own. No, theek hai.
Ashish
He
there
was
as
concentrating on his own. He forgot.
Yeah, Ashish there as a comment.
No, because he reacted as if with a surprise. For 1 hour we were making a 15.
We both didn't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashish Dhar, he's
Yeah.
got
12 KL Rahul, 13 Jadeja, 14 Tilak Verma, and the last member is Sanju Samson. Okay. Analyst also has another comment. Judging player on the basis of raw numbers. Well done. Sky 2 had 50 average after 10 games, but we all know how he batted in ODIs.
Sanju
SS
Samson.
Sanju Samson got ODI versus Zimbabwe and and West Indies, unlike Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, very true.
But we're.
Is it in Sanju
But
Samson's
one
hands
second,
as
we
to
are
who
not-
knows?
we are-
No, I'm saying numbers are misleading in this case. That's all what I'm trying
I
to
think
say.
Sanju Samson's recent form in white ball
Arey,
format.
which
Can I be honest? Forget Sanju Samson's number. How many ODIs has Rishabh got?
31.
31 ODIs, 33 average. I don't think makes the cut.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah, it doesn't make the
That's
cut,
it.
but the person
End
is
of debate.
No, but that doesn't mean we'll go with Sanju Samson when I
End
just
of
talk-
debate.
He's top order, na. I don't have
No,
space. in
you
the
don't
top
you
order.
don't see that when you count KL Rahul's average in Test cricket. 50 matches he's played.
No,
He's
no,
got
no,
this.
no. I'm saying
You
Sanju
don't
20
count.
times he's
Arey,
opened, 30
position,
times middle
Sanju
order.
Samson, I don't
remaining
see him
times-
as a middle order batter.
I think Sanju Samson is basically a replacement for, like Ishan Kishan was there in the 2023 ODI World Cup. You need a top order batter who can keep. Because any which ways you have a plethora of options in the middle order.
Gokul Krishna from the UK says, even today, MS Dhoni's presence in any ground gets a lot of attention than Virat's, majorly because of MS's attitude. VK attitude often influences fans, players in wrong way, and why Ruturaj isn't considered now in Indian cricket team. He was being considered for the test slot, but I think he narrowly missed out.
And even T20s.
Yeah.
Played that
Yeah.
Zimbabwe series.
But if you look at the team, it's a real tough thing. I mean, in T20s especially, in T20 when debate will start, Rinku will come in, Riyan Parag will come in.
Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah, Abhishek. There's quite a tough
Did
competition
anyone of us
there.
think about Rinku?
I did actually. Yeah,
Same.
I did. I did. But just that
Yeah.
he's an easy person to leave out as well.
Just like KL Rahul in Test cricket.
KL has a lot to blame himself too.
He ended the best series of his life at an average of 30.
No, he did not.
30
That is
points.
factually wrong.
No,
That is
That's
factually.
what
Excuse me. You said he ended his best series of his career.
no,
at
that's an
average of 30.
exaggeration. What I'm trying to say is that he
So it's an exaggeration. You accepted it. So factually wrong. If it was your best series of your career cannot be below your career average. His best series of his careers would have been series where he was far ahead of his career
What
average.
I'm trying to say is that is where in 2.0 KL 2.0 this was the best.
No, but Shashwat, we've had this debate. In your mind, I don't know why you think all of us have rated his performance in this series as bad.
Mediocre,
I can't
yeah.
understand what is your thinking. He's had an amazing series, and
Nobody
his
said
amazing series 30. Nobody said he's had an amazing
He had
series.
an amazing series till Adelaide.
And he's had far better series than
Gabba.
this.
Yeah, but
Gabba.
moving ahead, he's your opener to go ahead with.
No, not necessary. I have said it here in this platform that I would not. Nobody will see it. I don't know where and which person has said that. Tell me which person has said that he is that. Tell me. You have said this before we had that debate that what an amazing series KL has had. What a great series he had. Look at his. He's not. There have been at least 10 other series where he's had better series than that. So I don't get the point. I don't understand the point that you're making. Can you elaborate?
Okay, Sarthak Arya has a comment. In my opinion, Shashwat's squad is the most balanced. Sanju has a small sample size and his ODIs have been against Sri Lanka, West Indies, Zimbabwe and a South African side with 50% strength. Pant is much better for pressure situations. X Factor,
X Factor.
left-handed
No wonder
batter.
they're on the same page. They both believe in this phenomena called X Factor. X Factor.
Mr. Rohit DCN has a comment. Some innings of Rishabh in ODIs 77, 78, 125 against England, 85, 72 and 39 were against West Indies. He deserves chances. Let's just not look at the
Yes,
stats.
He just quoted 10 stats and now says don't look at stats.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
So
it's comparing apples with oranges. Sanju and Rishabh Pant both have played on different positions.
How can
Both have played on
it
different.
account for comparing apples
no,
with
that
oranges?
is not
Both
true.
have played on different situations.
Can you
Yes,
open the
numbers,
batting?
yeah.
Batting positions for Sanju.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Yeah.
And by the way, Sanju has even batted lower down the order in T20 cricket, which is even tougher.
Yeah.
So again, it's different. And only KL has the authority to be asked to bat anywhere.
I think KL that is test.
Versatile batter.
Though even in ODI, he's been batted everywhere. Opener, number 3, number 4, 5, 6, everywhere.
Match by match.
No, there is one thing of this thing. Can you just open that?
Yeah, I'll
this is
just-
one side. Just show us.
He's batted at.
I have it, Gulati.
Okay. कोई नहीं.
Where is it?
He's batted number 3, 4, 5 and 6.
There you go. Now he will say small
Let
sample
me-
size.
let me-
He's
let-
only played those many games.
Those many ODIs only he's played.
That's what I-
So he's played
So in
at the
your
third
mind-
position. He's batted thrice at number 3. He's batted once at number 4. He's batted 6 times at number 5.
Low.
And he's batted 4 times at number 6.
Low.
Numbers at number 5.
Arey,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
not
low.
the point. That is
He
not the point.
is averaging 38 at number 5.
That's
He's
it.
averaging 90 at number 6.
So now give him number 6 then. Average. So don't get into this nitty gritty. To just prove a point. The point is you either look at numbers or don't look at numbers.
No, I don't.
So why did you ask?
Yeah.
Show me 5, 6.
No,
What
but
is
I'm
his
saying-
average at 5? What is the average at 6? Don't ask. You just say, I believe in this concept which nobody has seen called X Factor. I believe in Jassi Bhai. X Factor is the thing. I'll go with X Factor. We will not look at anything. We will not look at anything. We will just go with X Factor. Let's go with X Factor. I'm okay with it. So let's go with X Factor. See, you kept going on and on. He never bats in middle order. Here we found out more than 50% of his innings are middle order in ODI. There you go. That's a lesson. That's a learning. He's played 16 odd matches. Out of that, 11 he's batted in middle order, 5 and 6. So क्या करें हम? Raj from US says, you can't take people's livelihood away if they can be sharp and do a decent job. It's okay. About 75, 70, whatever. Okay, Raj. Thank you. Good comment. Mr. Shekhar says, morning all. Nikhil sir, please come out of the sky fever in ODIs. 37 insignificant ODIs is long enough rope. What according to you should be the rope length? But nobody has picked him in that. We were just discussing.
The name came up.
If Indian cricket ecosystem can have Rohitians, Viratians, Kalians, Bumrians, Gillians, surely test cricket Shashwat can have Bhallians. This has to be...
How does he know my surname firstly?
He only calls you by your surname.
Sometimes I call you Bhalla, na?
That's why I say don't.
No, I've
I don't
not
think
now.
we would have anyway
Are
done
you
that.
embarrassed?
I didn't do
I'm
it.
not embarrassed, but
Bhalla,
I generally
I've
don't.
never done it deliberately.
See there.
Yeah, I'm
He's
not
just-
saying anything.
He's saying it and saying I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
deliberately.
I've never done it deliberately. Yeah.
Balla, listen, I've been calling you Balla.
No, but on a serious note, Shashwat, I haven't done it deliberately.
Yeah, I know that.
Dhanush says, what crime Sanju has done despite 50 plus ODI average, T20 slogger, cringe deliveries player, 2023
Millions.
World Cup, X-rated factor, limited overs since 1975, going to play 2025 Champions Trophy. No, he's hinting. So, see, there are different opinions. That's what we love about it. We love about it. Gill, Rocco, Sky, Hardik Pandya, Pant, Akshar, Kuldeep, Bumrah, Arshdeep, Shami. That's Kashyap's team. He's joining us from the US. It's his 11. Good one. At that. Okay. Karthik K from the US is saying, no, it's okay. Pant is X factor of late. Not X, but EX. He's saying. Again, we're not subscribing to. That's his opinion.
Yeah.
Aman has a comment that Sanju has never played in middle order. He's batted
Yeah.
at 5, 6 and 10 matches out of 14 ODIs.
But you know what I love?
Yeah.
I love Shashwat's confidence. Even when he is wrong and he says it with confidence, that's a good quality. That is a very good quality to have. This
Sharp
is something
voice.
that Navjot Singh Sidhu used to tell me. This TV में क्या है? शरी सर ये आपने बोला था गलत है ऐसे. Confidence से बोला ना मैंने. और एक बार निकल गई बात निकल गई. आगे बढ़ जाओ. आगे बढ़
You
जाओ.
talk about Sidhu, I can only remember one thing now. Hole hole, pole pole, thalle thalle.
Which one is that? I don't.
The AajTak conclave.
Acha, he said that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't hear. Sorry. So I didn't.
No, it
get
did
What was that?
gather a lot of attention.
Hole,
Acha,
hole.
Pole pole, thalle thalle.
Thale, thale.
I didn't. I didn't hear that. Sorry. Sharp
Sharp
voice.
voice.
Hmm.
He says Rishabh Pant 27 innings, 14 of which came before getting dropped in 2020. Since comeback in 2021 in 13 innings, he has 40 average and 110 strike rate with 550s and 100. But yeah,
There. That is the point you
No,
could
but
have.
see, no, it's not about the points. Again, numbers can
It's a
be.
good point. It's
Yeah,
a
that's a
valid-
good point. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You can show numbers as per your convenience. If I also, that's why I'm never a fan.
Sidhu
of
comes to my
numbers.
mind.
No.
Numbers are like mini sports.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very, very true. I'm never a fan of numbers. I never read into the numbers.
Huh.
That's why I never even try to read into too much into stats, because it can be as for my convenience I can take out stats. For somebody else's convenience they can take out stats. It's just about how you present them.
A good point. You don't want us to take more questions, Saraj? Huh?
hey,
Okay, let's go, yeah. There were so many, yeah. What are you saying? Divyanshu Luthra is saying, Shashwat, Shashwat is full-time permanent member of our team. That's what I've answered Divyanshu's comments. Sarthak Arya is saying, is this something everyone is failing to understand apart from Shashwat? There is reason why selectors have always looked beyond Sanju and preferred Pant. By the way, Sarthak, just to let you know, that doesn't necessarily make their reasons valid enough. Just because somebody has been overlooked all the time doesn't make it valid. There are so many cases in point. I'm not talking about this case in particular. So many cases where it has been unfortunate as well. Sharp Voice is back again. He says people twerks on KL in test 32 average. They are crying over Rishabh Pant 33 at 110. So if you criticize KL, is that what he's saying? No, or he's saying people are happy with KL with 32, are crying over Rishabh's 33.
I think he's saying that.
Yeah, but who is happy? I don't know.
Like, this
We've
is
all
just generic.
been critical of KL's 32. Any more? On that note, thank you so much for your questions. Another episode of the Dugout comes to an end. Anything you want to say, Shashwat? Harshit?
I just want to ask if there's any more stats I can pull out.
Stats I told you.
I only believe in X factors, no stats.
Good discussion.
That's for them to decide. Yeah. That's for them to decide. Yes. Okay.
Sir, how do you see Olmo Pau Victor registration saga? Isn't it utter mismanagement in the end for Laporta? It's a football.
This is Saransh has put a FC Barcelona question. No, it is. See, this was bound to happen.
No.
Siddharth, it was bound to happen. I think now you're in a catch-22. I think they've appealed that decision. They've gone to court with that. So they'll wait. And right now, La Liga has turned their second request down, which means they are both not eligible to play, which is not an ideal situation for the player. Though I heard almost managers say that it doesn't matter whether he plays or not. He's not looking at any other club. I know Harshit's club was very interested in getting him on board, but that's not happening. But I agree. But this mismanagement now started long ago, not now. It started before Laporta's time. It's just continued. It will take a long time to clear the mess, just as it is taken on the field. So let's sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. On that note, bye-bye, good night, Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your vegetables and don't trouble your mother.
Ta-da!